Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alrighty. Guys, it's switched to direct! Switch to direct! Oh my god! Ugh. Guys, I will be honest, I got a little bit spoiled on what's happening with the new Switch games and shit. But hey man, that's fine. we're hanging in there, you know? Oh my god! Oh my god! Switch 2! Alright. We're just gonna start the thing. Even though it's a fucking hour long. Jesus. Alright. Guys, here's the plan. We're gonna react to the direct. And then we're gonna hang out and play Phoenix Wright later and hopefully finish the third case, because I absolutely hate it. And I want to get it done and over with. Okay. I'm gonna kill the music. If it'll stop? Hello? Hello? There we go. Alright. Guys, here we go. Okay. I don't know how fucking chalked this is gonna be. Or how this will look. Turn down the volume too. Just a tad. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my god. I hope it looks okay on stream. Okay, Mario Kart! Yoshi owns a burger joint? That's sick. Mario Kart? Let's go. Oh, he looks so silly! Oh my god! Holy shit. Oh, we're lagging already. We love it. Okay, hold on. Let me try turning down the quality, seeing if that helps. Oh well, we gotta turn down the quality. Cause we're streaming, but hey man, it's alright. See if that helps. Jet skis! Planes! Holy shit. Whoa. Whoa. What? Grinding on rails? What is this, Sonic? Hold on. The fuck is that? That's a cow, my guy! That's a cow! Oh, chat is hidden. Hold on, let me fix chat. Hi, Mink. Where is chat? Free me! This is chat? This is chat box. Okay, hold on. Let me out, I want to be seen! Oh, there's the window capture. Okay, hold on. Lock that. Bring this down. Here. There we go. They're keeping us all hostage. Someone called Chat Protective Services. I think we're reacting to the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct and there's a cow. Riding on the electrical wires, I guess, on the phone lines. We're reacting to the Switch 2 Direct, and then we're gonna do Ace Attorney later. So, yeah. So far, it's Mario Kart. Mario Kart, baby. This game looks sick. Wait, you eat burgers and it changes your outfit? That's sick. Whoa! That looks so good. Why is it in French? Why are my subtitles in French? Hold on. I have to leave like right away. Today was not great. Felt half asleep the whole day. Oof. I'm talking to my French friend right now. Hi, Mink's French friend. Mink, go get some sleep. If you felt half asleep the whole day, go get some sleep.
And I'll be one of your guides for today's Nintendo Direct.
Ooh.
I'm the producer for Nintendo Switch 2. I'm Takuhiro Dota, the director.
Only through WhatsApp.
And I'm Tetsuya Sasaki, the hardware design lead for Nintendo Switch 2.
What you just saw was Mario Kart World, launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2. What do you think this brand new Mario Kart game will be like?
Oh my god, they have planes! That's sick! I had trouble walking and picking up stuff at times. I can't even it should be like that. Oh no. Maybe you're just dehydrated. Drink some water. Drink some Wawa. They've got planes!
A brand new entry in the Mario Kart series is launching exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Welcome to this vast world.
Holy shit!
Switch 2 system.
Look at that map!
Welcome to this vast world.
Whoa! There's a lot of empty space on this map. I feel like they could add, like, continuously keep on adding new tracks, you know? Like down here in this bridge area, they could probably add, like, some sort of water track down here. That would be cool. Like, in future updates. Cool. The Coca-Cola helped enough that I could write my history exam. Oh, jeez.
Kart races are held throughout
Moo Meadows!
that span the globe.
Whoa!
Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change.
Whoa!
And in this Mario Kart game, you can go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this world.
Holy moly.
In the classic Grand Prix, race through 4 courses in a bid for first place. But don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition.
Wow, that's
With
sick.
4 drivers in each race, the most in series history, the competition is gearing up. Introducing Knockout Tour. Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another.
Oh my god. Look at Luigi's hat.
There are multiple checkpoints along the way. If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated.
Oh, that's sick.
Can you make it all the way to the finish line?
That's so cool.
You can also freely drive around this vast world in free roam.
It's Mario Kart but open world.
By going off-road, you can explore new areas and routes. So drive wherever your heart takes you. You can also go for scenic drives with friends.
Wow.
Even take photos together at different locations.
What? Dinosaur!
A brand
Oh,
new
nabbit!
race across the entire world starts here. Mario Kart World.
Wow.
The game launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Drop the day.
More details about this title will be shared in an upcoming Mario Kart World Direct. So be on the lookout for more information in the future.
Cool. It's literally just an open world Mario Kart game.
Launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. We'll share more details in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it.
That's so cool. Oh, I'm so excited.
I'd like to introduce some of the new features of Nintendo Switch 2.
Please give hand over.
These are the Joy-Con 2 controllers for Switch 2. And on the right Joy-Con 2, we've added a new C button.
Whoa, what?
Let's take a look at some new experiences it offers.
I'm still ahead of all of you guys.
Me every day playing video games, talking to myself.
That was you? So quick.
Oh, Discord?
Wait, no.
Voice chat?
No.
Nix, I'm coming for you.
No, I'm about to get
Come on, no.
Oh.
Introducing Game Chat, a new feature for Nintendo Switch 2.
They literally just added Discord.
What's up? Can you hear me? Hello?
Hi, missed you.
With this feature, you'll be able to communicate with friends and family while playing a game.
Should we follow you? Yeah?
Yeah, follow me.
Okay.
Us for an adventure.
While using the Game Chat feature, your voice is recognized by a microphone built into the system.
Oh, okay. But you're still behind me, right? Alright, let's keep going. Okay. So
It can pick up your speaking voice clearly, even from a distance.
look at this. Jump on here. Alright, let's keep going. It's coming. Let's make a left right here. Let's make a
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly, letting you chat with ease.
How did you get hit by
They literally just added Discord to the Switch.
It does look beautiful. It's okay.
And you can use this feature in handheld mode too, letting you easily chat with friends and family. If you open the chat menu and turn on game screen sharing,
Good job. There we go.
you can also share your game screen.
Oh my god, that's gotta be so distracting.
Really? They can do that?
Can do it?
You guys, I just did it.
Oh, I want to do it too.
Oh, shoot. Oh. Ooh. Oh, he's trying to eat me.
Okay, I got it.
Oh, no.
Okay. You can chat to your heart's content, even while playing different games.
Wow.
Yeah, I know that one. It's so hard, right? It's tough.
Oh, wow. I'm like in the sky right here. I'm like, I fell. I'm falling. Okay, we got it. We're safe.
Kirby, look, you're on a star. That's so cute. So cute.
First time seeing Kirby. You're on a star, that's so cute. Yeah, totally.
I'm lost. Like,
Where'd you go?
Or expand another friend's game screen.
You gotta get
Oh, it's so laggy.
to your left. You're almost there. It's just like the
the wall. Like if she gets past the wall.
This is where I have to do a little wall ride.
Okay.
So everyone can watch them play.
Oh, I think I know where you are. I think I know where you are. Wait.
Okay, I think we have to try.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, nice.
They're all waving to each other. It's great.
Yay! Oh, yo, that's sick.
I like your pose, Meeks.
On the right Joy-Con 2 controller, there's an additional button. With the C button, you can pull up a chat menu.
Oh, dang.
Oh, really? Wait, actually, guys, I got a call coming right now, so I'll be right back. Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself and more.
Oh,
And there's this.
see,
By connecting this camera to the system,
Hey!
what?
Hey, what's up? Hello. Yo. Yeah.
Hi, how's everyone doing? Good?
you can appear on screen and video chat while playing a game.
The Switch just casually drops a camera, a face cam.
No.
Here's how it looks with just the camera feed.
With that automatically green screens? What?
Please look forward to games which use your camera feed like this.
Oh,
okay.
No, wait.
That looks good.
Go
That
left,
looks
go
good.
left,
Oh, wait,
let you
if I
fix
go a
it.
little more this way.
Using game chat. Even when you're apart, you can play games and hang out as if you were together in the same room. Play together or compete in online multiplayer games.
Whoa.
Chat while playing your personal favorites. Decide your own rules for a retro game competition. Or hold a sports competition between families. All together, anytime, anywhere. Game chat.
They just casually drop a camera like that?
In developing Game
Oh my
Chat,
god.
our goal was for you to enjoy playing online with others more closely.
Oh, the C on the C button stands for chat.
Playing together in the same place.
That's clever.
The camera you saw in the trailer is the Nintendo Switch 2 camera, which will be available on the same day as Switch 2.
Oh, that you can only plug into the Switch.
A Nintendo Switch Online membership will be required to use Game Chat.
Oh.
However, since we'd like as many people as possible to experience Game Chat,
Okay,
it's available
bye
without a
Mink.
membership for a limited
Thanks
time.
for popping in.
We hope you'll try it out.
Yeah, go get some sleep.
Additionally, Game Chat supports the Nintendo Switch Parental Controls app, and different settings can be adjusted. For example, whether parental permission is always required when a child wants to use Game Chat to play with their friends.
We'd like to introduce another new
I
experience.
called bananas tomatoes today. I will never get over that. Oh my god.
On Nintendo Switch, even if you just have one game, you can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together. But on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play together locally on multiple systems using just one game.
Oh.
Game share.
Oh, cool.
Even games that require multiple screens can be played if one person owns a compatible game.
Wow, so you don't have to share your Joy-Cons to play locally.
Who also have Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo Switch system. You can share a game with up to 3 other systems at a time.
Wow.
GameShare also supports online play with other Switch 2 systems, and you can use it with friends via Game Chat, which we showed earlier. GameShare can only be used with compatible games. This feature is planned for several titles, starting with a free update for Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics on Nintendo Switch.
Oh,
GameShare support
wait. Okay, hold
also-
on. So you can only use that feature with games that are compatible with it, but not every single multiplayer game that has the ability to play locally by sharing Joy-Cons with each other. That's a little weird, but I like the idea. Nice try. Good try. I also called purple yellow. That was like 10 minutes after the tomatoes thing. Oof. Mink, you need sleep. Go to bed.
planned for select games exclusive to
Oh
Nintendo
my
Switch 2,
god.
so we hope you'll look forward to it.
Next,
we'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 system itself.
Good night! Bye, Mink!
At 7.9 inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen.
Oh,
Here's how it
nice!
compares to Nintendo Switch. The system's thickness remains the same.
So it's just slightly bigger.
With approximately double the pixels compared to Switch, you can enjoy games in greater detail on the 1080p screen.
Wow!
The screen supports up to 120 frames per second, allowing for smoother gameplay in supported titles.
Oh, that's so nice.
The LCD screen is more vivid and supports HDR, providing more contrast between light and dark areas of the images.
Cool. Yeah, I saw this!
All new Joy-Con 2 controllers connect magnetically.
Oh, I can't wait for, like...
Keep the controllers firmly attached to the system.
I hope that they come out with, like, different colors of Joy-Cons.
Pressing the release button on the back.
Like they have for Switch 1. Just many different colors of magnetic Joy-Cons. That'd be cool.
The SL and SR buttons are bigger.
That's so nice!
When playing with a Joy-Con 2 held horizontally.
The SL and SR buttons on the Joy-Cons for the Switch, for the regular Switch, are just, they're ass.
Are now larger.
Wait, huh?
Each Joy-Con 2 controller can be used as a mouse.
I wanna... If it gives the possibility, it'd be so funny to see somebody using just a Joy-Con as their regular mouse for their computer. Like, not just for the Switch, but just as a regular mouse. That'd be hilarious! I want my mouse to be a Joy-Con.
With compatible games, both the left and right Joy-Con 2 support mouse.
Oh my god!
By
That's
adjusting
so
the audio
silly.
balance between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in handheld and tabletop modes.
Awesome! I don't know if that mic's gonna be any good.
So you can voice chat with friends anytime via game chat.
But it's cool that there's a new
It
mic.
also uses noise-canceling technology to filter sounds.
It reminds me of when the 3DS had the microphone for games. I feel like it's gonna be the same thing.
Even if you don't have a surround sound system,
Wait!
games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound.
Oh, wow!
All around you.
Dude! Oh my god, imagine... I can only imagine Legend of Zelda like that. Dude!
Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like with a large, sturdy stand.
You hear that guy? Keyword is sturdy. It's a large, sturdy stand. Here, let me... Okay, I have my Switch in my hands right now. Let me show you this large, sturdy stand on my Switch. That was the sound of me literally pulling it off. Here, let me reconnect it for you guys. There, it's back on. The sturdy stand for the Switch. I'm so happy we're getting a better stand for Switch 2. It's a much needed feature.
Like this.
Oh! 2 USB ports!
To the USB-C port found on the bottom of the system, there's one on top as well.
Oh, wait! Does that mean you can charge the Switch from either the top or the bottom of the console?
It's handy for connecting a USB-C camera or charging in tabletop mode.
Oh, that's so nice! You can charge from both
Switch
ports.
2 comes with 256 gigabytes of internal storage.
Oh my
8
god.
times that of Nintendo Switch. For storing
Wow.
game downloads, save data, and more. Reading and writing data is also faster. Use the Nintendo Switch 2 dock to connect to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution for compatible games.
Wow.
HDR is also supported in TV mode.
Oh!
The Nintendo Switch 2 dock has a built-in fan that keeps your system cool.
Oh,
This
that's so
helps keep
nice!
Performance stable.
Oh my god, it's like the regular Switch I don't think has that. Whenever I play on the regular Switch, all you can hear is just the fan inside of the Switch going Oh my god.
On Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch 2 games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games.
Yes!
And digital games are supported.
Yes! Backwards compatible! Yes! Oh my god, drop the price!
As you just saw, Nintendo Switch 2 isn't simply an improved Nintendo Switch. We redesigned the system from the ground up and packed in lots of new gameplay features. And to help players better understand the Switch 2 hardware, we're currently developing this game.
Oh.
Mr. Kawamoto!
Hello. My current location is actually inside the game itself.
What?
This is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh!
I'm standing over here. Okay, everyone, join me inside the game. There are a lot of question mark icons here. Let's examine them. This sign reads, "Where are the magnets?"
Is
The
it?
Joy-Con 2 controllers attached to the system.
It's a game that's a tutorial to the system.
Are inside the system. The SL and
That's
SR
adorable.
buttons on the Joy-Con 2 are made of metal, so that's how they attach to the system.
Oh.
A magnetic circuit is formed between them, so they won't easily detach.
Wow.
Through examining signs like these, you can discover all sorts of secrets about Nintendo Switch 2.
Huh.
Another example, the Joy-Con 2 controllers have mouse controls. And when combined with the gyroscopes, you can even do something like this.
Whoa.
You can adjust the position of the golf club and aim for the cup by rotating the Joy-Con 2. By combining the mouse controls and gyroscopes, things like this are possible. There are secrets to discover even as you're playing minigames and tech demos. Some of the secrets range from the unique features of the system to tiny details you might not notice until they're pointed out. There are plenty. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch as a paid digital game on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
It's
So please
literally
check
a
it out if you're
tutorial
interested.
game for the system.
Now, I'd like to share some more information regarding Nintendo Switch 2.
Like the price.
This is the game card for Nintendo Switch 2 titles.
Oh, it's red. Does it taste the same?
It's the same shape as Nintendo Switch game cards.
Does it taste the same?
And it has much faster data reading speeds.
It probably will.
Next up is additional storage. Switch 2 will only work with micro SD express cards.
Okay.
They're a different type of SD card and will make high-speed data transfers possible.
Ah. Okay. So I need a different
Please
SD
note
card.
that regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch will not be compatible.
Ah, boo!
Additionally, to transfer data from Switch to Switch 2, you can log into your Nintendo account to use the System Transfer feature. With this feature, you can transfer save data, digital games, and more.
Oh, okay, good.
We're also releasing a new Pro Controller.
I have yet to get
It
a
has
Pro
C button,
controller.
which launches Game Chat, and on the back, there are new GL and GR buttons, which you can use to assign existing button controls. In addition, an audio jack has been added.
Ooh.
We've introduced a few new features, and after today's presentation, the official Nintendo Switch 2 website will go live. There will also be an Ask the Developer article on the website, where the three of us will talk about the development of Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you'll check that out as well.
And now, the Nintendo Switch 2 launch date.
Hand it over. Hand me the price.
Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th.
What?
Very much
This year? In 2 months! Holy shit! 2 months? I was expecting like a 2026 or 2027 launch day. Does that- oh my god! Does that mean games that were announced for 2026 are possibly going to the Switch 2? Like the new Tomodachi Life? Holy shit! June 5th? Jesus, give me the price.
Looking forward to the day when you all get to experience it. So
wow!
Just a bit longer.
Okay, funny story. I want story time. When I got I got the Switch the day that it released, right? I was one of the lucky few that was able to get it on the day that the first day that you could buy it, and I got I didn't pre-order it or anything. I went from store to store asking around like, "Hey, do you have any copies of the Switch?" But I was able to get the last Switch. It was literally the last and final Switch that they had for the day from Best Buy. And I was super lucky to get the last Switch, but now I'm probably gonna pre-order it. Pre-order Switch 2. That'd make the most sense.
Now, broadly speaking, on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play 3 types of games. The first type is Nintendo Switch 2 games.
That makes sense.
These games take
obviously
advantage of the performance and features of Switch 2.
Uh-huh.
The second type is compatible games that were released on Nintendo Switch.
Uh-huh.
Nintendo Switch 2 edition games are the third type.
Wait!
Some games that were released on Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like improved visuals, unique ways to play on Switch 2, and more.
Wow!
Now, I'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Super Mario Party Jamboree.
Oh, cool!
Please take a look.
New Mario Party.
Super Mario Party Jamboree is getting an upgrade on Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh, look at his face!
The upgrade expands on the base game and adds new features, including mouse controls, audio recognition,
whoa,
more expressive rumble, and gameplay that uses a camera accessory, all of which can be accessed on Switch 2.
What the heck?
Check out 3 new and updated modes. First up is Mario Party mode. With a single camera, up to 4 players can join the festivities. You'll be able to see each other's faces as you play, so you can experience reactions and emotions in real time. Or 4 friends can take the party online. Up next, it's Bowser Live, a mode where the livelier team wins. Bowser will bring you on stage.
Whoa!
Hit blocks to collect the most coins.
That's so silly!
Get an RC car with your voice. Go!
Why are you just saying go? I would scream into the mic. Ah!
Finally, take a ride on the mouse-controlled carnival coaster. With the safety bar lowered and secured, you're off.
Oh, the Wonder Flower!
To shoot down enemies while you feel the bumps and rumbles of the coaster.
Oh my god, they added the flower from Mario Wonder.
When you
I'm so glad he's back.
Game will begin. There's a bouldering game where 2 players each control an arm, and 1 where you shake a can of spray paint and quickly tag objects. Enjoy the thrill of these intuitive mini-games. How quickly can you reach the station? From mini-games that use a camera, the built-in microphone,
wow,
mouse controls, and rumble. The biggest party yet is getting even bigger.
I'm so happy that the flower's back. Look at it! Look at the little guy!
Jamboree TV launches on Nintendo Switch 2, July 24th.
Oh, so
Nintendo
silly.
Switch 2 players who already own Super Mario Party Jamboree can upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade pack.
Oh, which I'm assuming is cheaper than the actual game itself. That makes sense.
Where you can see each other's reactions while playing. Let's continue presenting some more Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games.
Yes, please. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom!
Of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom feature enhanced resolution and
wow!
And also support HDR.
Oh my god!
More vibrant, so you can play with smoother, higher definition graphics. Plus,
Please, whoa!
You can get even more out of your adventures in Hyrule using Zelda Notes.
What? What is this?
This new feature can be accessed
from
the Nintendo Switch app on
the Switch app isn't useless!
It's a game-specific service that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions of these titles.
Voice memories, navigation, my play data, item, amiibo. You can access amiibo from the phone? What? Daily bonuses? Just having this app, like, give you a daily free upgrade when you're just regularly in the game. That's kind of silly.
For example, it can help guide you to various locations, like shrines and Koroks you haven't found.
Guidance activating. Proceed north.
Oh, I'm sad that it's not Zelda talking.
Or you can share your creations using QR codes and send them to another player to create in their game.
Oh, cool! Very cool!
We hope these features will make your adventures even more enjoyable. In Kirby and the Forgotten Land, you'll be able to enjoy an additional story.
Oh, nice!
To the Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
Awesome!
Improved graphics and frame rates.
Cool! DLC!
This story takes place in the Forgotten Land after being struck by a powerful meteor that's causing
Whoa!
mysterious changes. We're looking forward to Kirby's new adventure.
Awesome DLC for Forgotten Land. Hell yeah.
4 Beyond will have both a Nintendo Switch and a Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
Oh, cool. So it kind of sounds like that since they're releasing Metroid 4 for the regular Switch as well, that it still seems like they're gonna be releasing Switch games while releasing Nintendo Switch 2 games.
20 frames per second. Choose from these two modes, both of which support HDR, based on your preference and playstyle.
Oh, wow.
Plus, Pokémon Legends ZA, which is scheduled to launch later this year, will not only receive a Nintendo Switch version, but a Nintendo Switch 2 edition as well. By taking advantage of the power of Switch 2,
oh, they're doing the same thing with Pokemon.
Lumio City with enhanced resolution and frame rates.
Okay. Okay. Unpopular opinion. This game does not look good. It looks like ass. It does not look good. Okay. After what happened with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, I feel like, dude, both of these games, like, I feel like this, Pokemon ZA looks no different than Violet and Scarlet. It looks like it's just, like, a little bit better in graphics. But, like, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet looks exactly the same as Wii Sports Resort. And Wii Sports Resort is 100% the better game. So much better. Like, I'm not expecting this game to be good after how Scarlet and Violet turned out.
The Nintendo Switch 2 edition games you just saw will be available as both physical and digital versions.
Okay, so wait, okay, here's my question. I already own Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, and Forgotten Land. Does that mean that I have to purchase the Switch 2 editions? Or can I just, like, upgrade them as something that's like a cheaper option, because I don't want to buy practically the entire version of the game. Oh, thank God.
You can play the Nintendo Switch 2 edition by purchasing an upgrade pack.
It's like,
we hope you're looking forward to
we'll answer the question for you, you dumbass. Oh, that's so nice to know.
I'd like to introduce a brand new game featuring mouse controls with the Joy-Con 2 controllers. Please take a look.
Is this a DJ game? Sounds like DJs. Whoa! Oh, that's gotta give you a workout. Clapping in the back. Drag drive. Okay, this feels like the Switch 2 version of ARMS. I feel like this is gonna be a hype for like a month, and then it just dies. It looks cool though. Oh, they've got spectators in the back. That's so silly. Yeah, it feels like the Switch 2 version of ARMS.
In Drag and Drive, you'll use both Joy-Con 2 controllers as mice to intuitively pull off various moves. We hope you're looking forward to a new twist on 3-on-3 matches using dual mouse controls.
That's gonna give you a workout.
Next, here are some games from our publishing and development partners coming to
Ooh.
Nintendo Switch 2.
Indie stuff. We love to see it.
I have long observed that
Elden Ring?
this world is in dire need of repair.
Oh, sick!
You can see them, can't you? The rays of grace that guide you through your burden.
Oh, this is a game that I've always wanted to play, but since I have like a shit-ass laptop, all those high-quality Steam games, I just can't.
I have no doubt.
My laptop is like, please spare me! The graphics! I can't take it anymore! Wow! Oh, I'm so excited.
Hey, I'm Greg Kasavin from Supergiant Games. Here to say that Hades is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Awesome!
The sequel introduces the Princess of the Dead, an immortal witch out to vanquish the sinister Titan of Time.
I am so excited for Hades 2.
The world to the ends of the earth, getting to know dozens of characters from Greek myth.
Hercules!
That reacts to your every setback.
Or is that Heracles?
It's the kind of game you can quickly pick up and play whether you're experienced with the original or not.
Oh my god.
About Hades 2 later this year.
Later this year? Hell yeah. I'm so excited. Whoa!
本体を持ち寄っての対戦はもちろん、任天堂スイッチ2だけの新モードもあります。ソフトは通常版の他に総勢26キャラクターを収録した Years 1-2 Fighters Edition の2バージョンを、さらにゲームと連動する
Wow!
アミーボカードも一緒に
Oh, Amiibo! Hell yeah!
お届けします。
Those figures look awesome. Street Fighter? We love good Street Fighter.
Arsenal boot sequence. Weapon safety mechanism confirmed.
What are those heels?
All operate at normal levels. Testing data link with spine. Normal.
Hi.
Commencing launch.
Iron Man?
After 2 long wars where our freedom was restricted, we will finally be liberated.
Whoa.
I'm in need of a new arsenal, new equipment, and money. I'm for sale, and you're buying.
Rebels! Thanks for the warm welcome!
This planet will be ours.
The sovereign axiom. The Trinitas.
has almost completed a weapon that was created to destroy all humanity.
No! Because we're in the middle of a war. Don't you get it?
Whoa.
I'll just stop you. I'll tear you apart! All children bring hope to our lives, don't they?
Okay, that's a vibe.
Hey,
all right.
This is Joseph Forrest from Hazelight. I'm super excited for Split Fiction.
Oh, awesome!
The game is a story about friendship. You play as Mio, who writes sci-fi, and Zoe, who writes fantasy. Together, they get trapped in their own stories, and it's up to you and a friend to help them break free. Now, let me tell you this. If you like It Takes Two, you're gonna love this one, trust me. And of course, you'll be able to play Split Fiction on the day Switch 2 launches.
Oh, awesome!
At EA Sports, we're bringing fans together across the world, both on the pitch and on the gridiron.
My eyes!
Announced that EA Sports FC will be coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Madden NFL will also be arriving on the Nintendo platform. EA Sports, it's in the game.
EA Sports.
Hi, I'm Alan Tu from Avalanche Software.
E.
Legacy
Ooh, Hogwarts.
to Switch 2. With enhanced graphics and seamless world transitions.
Again, like Hogwarts and
mouse controls on Switch 2
Split Fiction.
even more ways
They're both games like that I've been wanting to play.
Discover the enhanced
Even though
when
Hogwarts is like not so much a game that I was interested in, but I was like, oh, if I could, that'd be sick. Pro Skater! Oh my god! SpongeBob. Okay.
Hello, this is Christian Elverdam from IO Interactive.
Okay.
We are bringing our flagship title, Hitman World of Assassination,
Ooh.
to Nintendo Switch 2.
Cool.
As the best assassin in the trade, Agent 47 does everything he can to accomplish his mission. And how each mission progresses will vary depending on the player's imagination. Our ever-expanding game will release on the same day as Switch 2.
Cool.
Plus, we are excited to bring another familiar agent to the platform.
Ooh. Excuse me? Whoa. James Bond? No way! Oh!
The world's favorite spy is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, so stay tuned.
Oh, cool! The James Bond video game! That's sick!
The story of light and shadow that never fades is reborn. Bravely Default returns, remastered in high definition. Featuring the Brave and Default commands that help you control the flow.
I've heard of this series, but I do not remember anything about it.
To build out your very own party. Enjoy your adventure with upgraded features and enhancements. And all new minigames with unique ways to play. Square Enix presents the classic fantasy RPG, Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster. Set foot in Luxembourg as a warrior of light once more.
Cool.
セガ龍が如くスタジオ代表の横山です。我々がお送り
Oh, wait!
龍が如くゼロ誓いの場所ディレクターズカットです。
Oh, cool!
1988年東京と大阪2つの歓楽街を舞台に土地を巡る争奪戦が勃発。伝説の始まりを追加シーンとともにお楽しみください。発売日は Nintendo Switch 2の発売と同じ日です。 今後のシリーズ展開にもぜひご期待
There seems to be a lot of games releasing on the same day as the Switch 2, which is very different from how the regular Switch was, which was just one singular game. Or not one, two games, which was 1-2 Switch and Breath of the Wild. So this is very different. It seems that there's like a whole bunch of games that can be playable. Oh!
When the Zonai, who descended from the heavens, joined hands with the Hylians, who
Tears of the
dwelled on
Kingdom.
the surface, their union led to a great and prosperous kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom DLC?
But in time, a terrible evil arose.
Wait, Hyrule Warriors.
Fought to vanquish this evil, one which future generations would call the imprisoning war.
Hyrule Warriors.
Perhaps you truly have traveled back in time.
So that's Hyrule Castle? Then that must mean this really is the past.
Hyrule Warriors. Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, cool. Awesome. So we're getting a prequel to Tears of the Kingdom 2. Oh, it looks so cool. Oh, okay, the one thing that I hope for this prequel is that it doesn't end like Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity, where it was like an alternative ending of like, what if they won, you know? Awesome! I just hope that we can actually see, like, Zelda, you know, like, actually transform into the dragon, and Rauru actually get killed. And, like...
Looking forward to the untold story of the Imprisoning War, which took place in Hyrule long ago.
I hope it actually ends in the way that it happens in the actual Tears of the Kingdom game.
Nintendo Switch Online.
Ooh.
You can continue to enjoy Nintendo Switch Online on Switch 2.
Awesome. That's a vibe.
And with Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack, you can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively on Switch 2.
Oh.
Please take a look at this.
Oh, GameCube! What?
Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack will be getting a new classic game library exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2.
Awesome!
Nintendo GameCube, originally released in 2001. Here are the titles that will be available at launch. A legend of
Wind Waker!
like a cartoon come to life through cell shading. Controlling the wind using a mysterious baton, Link sets sail on an adventure across the Great Sea.
Oh my god!
The Wind Waker. Transcending history and the world. A tale of souls and swords eternally retold. In this 3D, weapons-based fighting game, each fighter comes equipped with a different weapon. And Link, from the Legend of Zelda series, enters the fight.
Oh god!
Soul Calibur 2. Experience a world
F-Zero!
at speeds over 2,000 kilometers per hour. 30 machines will put it all on the line in death-defying races. Featuring the series' first machine customization and story mode, get ready to experience F-Zero GX. In games that support multiplayer, up to 4 can play together locally or online. Enjoy these classic games with clearer image quality and higher...
Well, I guess we're not getting a Wind Waker remake. This is as close as we're getting.
Also, check the controls for each title and
Dang!
Okay. More titles will be added in the future.
Sunshine! Wait, we already have Sunshine. We already have... Wait, huh?
Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics, the Switch 2 exclusive game library coming...
They already remade Sunshine for the Switch. I'm so confused.
The hardware's release. And a dedicated controller designed after the original GameCube controller will also be released.
Oh, how
It can
cool!
connect wirelessly and also has a C button to quickly access Game Chat.
Oh,
The
awesome!
Nintendo GameCube controller, exclusively available for Nintendo Switch Online members, will also be available the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
That's adorable.
Whether you're familiar with the games or haven't played them before, we hope you're looking
Dude,
forward to
I think
Nintendo GameCube.
I think Nintendo GameCube is
Of course, you can
is
continue
like
to play select games from the systems shown here on Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, let's see some more games from our publishing and development.
I lost my train of thought and it's out the window. Whoopsies. Whatever, it's fine. Hi? You are terrifying. Deltarune. Oh! Cool! Deltarune! I've played both chapters 1 and 2 already. Is that all of it? A full release of Deltarune? Launch day!
Hi, I'm Randy from Gearbox. Borderlands 4, our upcoming flagship Borderlands game, will launch on Nintendo Switch 2. Borderlands is back! Loot and shoot your way through a world filled with wild enemies and outrageous weapons. We're still in development, and it's already the most ambitious Borderlands game we've ever made.
Whoa.
Borderlands 4 will launch in 2025. We'll be sharing a lot of the game in the months ahead, and there's more from 2K on the way.
Cool.
Hi, I'm Dennis Shirk from Firaxis Games. We're releasing a Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Sid Meier's Civilization 7.
Cool.
In Civ 7, you'll establish an empire and guide your people throughout the ages of history. With the new mouse controls, players can enjoy a more intuitive gameplay experience.
So it's like you're playing it on the computer.
That's ridiculous. Version, you can experience mouse controls on Switch 2 by purchasing the upgrade. And we have even more news from 2K.
Uh-huh.
Hi, I'm Lionel Jinks.
And I'm Ben Bishop.
Our final announcement for today is that WWE 2K is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Plus NBA 2K as well.
We can't wait.
Yay, sports games! Sports games aren't really my thing. Hello?
They went armed with nothing but youthful enthusiasm and a profound lack of preparation. Boom! Terrible at steering a raft. Let's slay some trees. Awesome! You nailed it! Hook, line, and sinker. Tastes amazing, doesn't it? Really have started to master this survival thing. Next stop, the top. Ha! Nicely done. Well, I think that's everything. Let's set sail.
Is that it?
For home.
Oh. I was very confused.
Hi, I'm Dave Crooks from Dodge Roll.
Whoa. Whoa.
Here's the first look at Enter the Gungeon 2.
Whoa.
Dodge countless bullets and aim for the Gungeon's depths in our roguelike shooter sequel. Now reloaded in a new 3D art style.
Cool.
Expect some fan favorite elements to return. We're still working on the game, and we're excited to share more with you in the future.
We're just blasting through these games, Jesus. Dinosaur? Oh, this looks pretty. I like the vibe. Very pretty. Oh! Cool. Very pretty. Star Seeker. Cool. Very pretty game.
Hello, my name is Adam Badowski from CD Projekt Red. We are delighted to bring the immersive world of the dark future to Nintendo players for the first time. Cyberpunk 2077 is an open-world action-adventure RPG set in Night City. Thanks to Nintendo Switch 2, you can transport yourself to the city of dreams at home or on the go. Get ready to meet unforgettable characters and discover engaging stories when Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition comes to Nintendo Switch 2 on launch day.
こんにちは。スクエアエニックスの浜口です。
Ooh.
任天堂
Final Fantasy?
で
Ooh.
ファイナルファンタジー7リメイクインターグレードを発売いたします。本作はミッドガル脱出までを描いた3部作シリーズの1作目となり、20年以上の時を経て再創作された新しい FF7 を体験いただきます。スイッチ2で展開する FF7 リメイクシリーズにぜひご期待ください。
Cool. Final Fantasy remake. Awesome. Oh, now we just get shorter Silk Song? Oh my gosh, Hollow Knight fans! Get their one little dose of Silk Song. That's funny. Oh, Witchbrook! Wait, that possibly because Witchbrook was in the same Nintendo Direct video as Tomodachi Life. That probably means that Tomodachi Life, when it releases in 2026, is gonna be for the Switch too. Awesome! Very cool. Why is it during music breaks that the subtitles are just say heat? Heat, heat, heat. Oh, awesome! Of course. You know. I wasn't expecting any different. Oh, Professor Layton! Holy shit! This game, Tamagotchi Plaza was also in, that direct, same as Tomodachi Life. Cool.
We've shown a lot of games so far. The next game will be the last from our publishing and development partners.
Ooh.
Please take a look.
Okay. Oh. He is dead? What the fuck?
I give you my blood. I give you my life. Turn a wheel and transport him to a night of moonlight.
Whoa.
Humanity's very dusk.
Whoa, freaky. Oh. See? Heat. Whenever it's just music, that's so silly. Whoa. freaky. Whoa. This is given like some horror, but whoa! Is this some weird vampire game? What the fuck?
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon to depart.
I pray that you are able, carrier of blood.
This is freaky. There's dinosaurs, I guess?
The moon tears will flow for one, and one alone.
Whoa. Ooh, freaky. Freaky. Whoa. Oh my god. Spooky.
What you just saw was a brand new game by From Software. We'll be publishing a creator's voice article where the game's director, Hidetaka Miyazaki, will share more details about the game, so please check it out when it's available.
That's spooky. That art style looks so cool.
I'd like
Wow.
to thank the developers who appeared today, as well as our publishing and development partners who prepared footage for this presentation. In addition to what you saw today, our partners are working on many games coming to Nintendo Switch 2. We'll showcase more games in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it. Next, please take a look at this.
Okay. Oh? Huh? Kirby? Kirby? Oh yeah, it's Kirby. Yeah, Kirby! Awesome new Kirby game! Kirby? Oh! What the fuck? Whoa! Oh, it looks so pretty! Wait, is it Kirby Air Riders? Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Awesome!
Kirby Air Ride, which originally released on the Nintendo GameCube system over 20 years ago.
Oh, that's right. The original name is Air Ride. Jesus.
We hope you're looking forward to Kirby Air Riders, directed by Masahiro Sakurai.
Awesome!
Next is our last trailer for today.
Oh!
Please take a look.
Last one. Last! What? No, I want more! I want more. What the fuck is that rock with eyes? What? It looks a little freaky. There's war. Wait. Whoa. Oh. Donkey Kong! Oh, he looks so silly! He's got overalls! Oh, how cool! Oh, you know, oh, this is reminding me, it's literally just like, it gives me super Mario Odyssey vibes. It's like Mario Odyssey, but Donkey Kong. I love it! How cool! Yeah, this feels so much like Mario Odyssey. Oh, a 2D section? What the fuck? I love how cartoony he looks! He's so expressive! Oh! Oh, very cool.
Brand new 3D platforming action game starring Donkey Kong.
Cool.
Donkey Kong Bonanza. With incredible strength, smash through enemies, walls.
I love this design for Donkey Kong. Okay, I honestly, because it's more.
Details will be shared in the future.
He looks more like his movie version, the Super Mario Bros. Movie. And honestly, I prefer this cartoony look for Donkey Kong rather than his original.
Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June
5th!
Finally, here are the hardware options that will be available at launch. We'll release Nintendo Switch 2, as well as a bundle that includes a digital version of Mario Kart World.
Drop the price.
For more details, please check the official Nintendo Switch 2 website, which goes live later today.
Are they not going to drop the price?
We've covered a lot of information, but that's all we have to share for today.
What about the price?
You'll have to wait just a bit longer for launch. We are very much looking forward to everyone being able to experience Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh my god.
We appreciate you joining us today. Thank you very much.
I'm still so excited though. Wow. That was great. Very cool. Oh, and this is Treehouse Live. Okay. Very cool. Yeah, like, okay. If I can back up to a good shot of Donkey Kong. Yeah, here. He's very much designed after, his movie design for, what Illumination Studios did for, the Super Mario Brothers movie. And I honestly prefer this kind of cartoony look to him, rather than his previous design. Which I know it's nostalgic for a lot of people. It's the Donkey Kong that we all know and love. But I feel like this design of him makes him much more expressive. And when I was a kid first experiencing video games for the first time, I honestly didn't want to get any of the Donkey Kong games. Because Donkey Kong honestly looked kind of creepy. there was an unsettling look about his original design. For like Donkey Kong Country and those other kinds of Donkey Kong games. And Donkey Kong just wasn't a character that I really liked because of his design. He just looked a little scary and a little wacky. He's like a little wacky guy. But this Donkey Kong, it makes him so much more expressive, and he seems just so much more silly and just a goofy guy in this game, which makes me love this version of Donkey Kong even more, because we saw so many different expressions of his face. Like the smile right there. Where's another one that I can catch? If they actually show his face. Yeah, his face when he pulls out that rock there. Like, oh, I can't really catch it, but the way that his mouth was arced in his shape. This design of Donkey Kong just makes him so much more expressive, and it gives him so much more emotion. When I feel that in cutscenes that I've seen of, like, previous Donkey Kong games, Donkey Kong just had no emotion whatsoever. He isn't as expressive as he is in just this cutscene alone. Like, look at that! Hold on, let me see if I can catch that. Yeah, that face alone! He's so much more expressive. And that, yeah, the amount of different emotions that can be covered in this new design of Donkey Kong is insane. Yeah, this is another good one too. Just because from this trailer alone, I can enjoy Donkey Kong so much more as a character that it makes me more interested in this game as a part of the Donkey Kong series, as somebody who was never interested in playing a Donkey Kong game before. So this is really nice to see. I love the bold decision of changing Donkey Kong's character design. And I feel like they made a good choice, in my opinion. Alright, awesome. Cool, well, I think I'm gonna get started on setting up, Phoenix Wright. So give me just a few seconds to turn on some jams. Let me see. We're just gonna start the playlist from the beginning. But this was very cool. Very awesome. Oh, I'm so excited. I want a price. I need a price now. But that's... Oh, dude. It's so wild that it's releasing in 2 months. Is it starting? I guess it is. Alright. Okay. Give me a few minutes to set up Phoenix Wright. Nintendo Switch 2, Your Honor. There we go. That's a good name for the stream. Okay. Alrighty. Now let's hope my computer just doesn't decide to die. Okay, it should be opening now. I gotta get rid of the PNG tuber because it just doesn't do. You just can't play the game with the PNG tuber, which kind of sucks. Whoopsies. Ah! Phoenix Wright is in the wrong spot. I need to move you. Okay, there we go. Let me find... Phoenix Wright. There we go. Alrighty. Just gonna send a quick message in the Discord. Boop. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Alright. I absolutely hate this case, and we are finishing it today. Because I just want to get it over with. I hate this case with a passion. So we're just gonna finish everything today. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Wright.
Good morning, Maggie. So, what do you think is gonna happen today, sir?
Yesterday's session didn't go so well and ended on a giant mystery. That's true. We still haven't solved a single part of it yet.
Are you okay, Nick?
Huh? Oh, yeah, of course. I saw that little flash of doubt in your eyes. No, that wasn't doubt. That was, determination.
Why don't I believe you? It's nearly time, Maggie. You better get going to the defendant's seat.
Roger, don't let me down, Mr. Wright. I'm counting on you. Okay. Hey, pal! Just those two words together, I could tell it was Gumshoe. That's so funny. Okay. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Quit stressing Maggie out. She doesn't need that. How do you know she was stressed? I was watching through the doorway. Oh. You look like you lost the case already. Show a bit of confidence, will you, pal? Here, maybe this'll help.
Huh? Have you taken up aromatherapy too?
Not in a million years, pal. Don't tell me that you don't remember this thing. Come to think of it, that doesn't look like one of those aromatherapy bottles. This is the small bottle that turned up in Tres Bien's kitchen a couple days ago. Oh yeah, we found that in the crate.
Wow, look at all these little bottles.
Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many, they're overflowing onto the floor.
Hey, wait a minute. There's one bottle that's different from all the others.
Well, what do you know? It doesn't have a label either.
And it doesn't smell.
We finally got the analysis results back from the lab. It's poison.
So, what is it? Is it the poison?
I'm afraid not, pal. It's medication.
Medication?
Yeah, for ears. Topical use only, apparently. That's his medication! Wait. Did Armstrong steal his prescription? What the fuck? For ears, you mean... Yeah, it's the medication Glenn Elg was using for his ruptured eardrum. What was Glenn Elg's ear medication doing in the kitchen? Weird. What about the unidentified fingerprints? Anything on that? Someone screwed up, so they only had time to analyze the contents of the bottle. Another hour, and they might have gotten something on the prints, but... that's going to weaken its impact as a piece of evidence. Okay, pal, this is it. Make sure your defense is impregnable today. Got it? Today's trial. I'm gonna expose that guy for what he's done, or my name isn't Phoenix Wright. Yippee! Okay. Alrighty. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. That's coffee number 1. I gotta get the coffee counter on here. Alrighty. Okay. Ready and waiting as always, Your Honor. Very good. Then we'll get underway at once. Yesterday we heard the testimony of Mr. Victor Kudo. He claims to have witnessed the defendant putting a powder into the victim's coffee. However, the witness's testimony was plagued with a number of problems. The mark on the rim of the cup shows that the victim drank from it with his right hand, but according to the old man's testimony, he picked it up with his left hand. Thank you, Mr. Cadeau. Furthermore, according to the witness's account, the victim was listening to the radio with an earpiece in his left ear. Yet the victim's left eardrum was ruptured, which made him effectively deaf in that ear.
It's amazing how many contradictions a single case can have, huh, Nick?
I love the smooth jazz. Allow me to enlighten you, Your Honor. The world, you see, keeps turning, and we must turn with it. You've lost me already, Mr. Cadeau. Don't let the mysteries of yesterday mystify you today. Only losers think like that. You've got to change with the times. That's one of my rules. Are you implying that you've resolved these contradictions? You know the answers to these riddles? The old guy wasn't just throwing seed in here. He was throwing us off the scent. And today I'll prove it. Very well, let the first witness take the stand. It's Armstrong. Oh boy. And you are? Oh, bonjour everyone! I am Gina Armstrong, the owner and head chef of La Tres Bien Restaurant Enchante. He's got a little tushy. Forgive me for asking, witness, but are you a woman? Oh la la, monsieur. As you can see, I am le pert and perky gentleman, no? On the day of the incident, you were in Tres Bien's kitchen. Isn't that right? Was you, monsieur? Huh? Everything feels right. Coffee number 2. What the fuck is going on? Ha! Wow, he's totally unfazed. Doesn't anything intimidate this guy? Very well, your testimony, please, witness. Please tell the court what happened that day at Tres Bien. Oui, volunteers. I don't know if I'm pronouncing half of the shit right. When it all happened, there were just 2 customers in my restaurant. I remember I was experimenting with some new art deco that day. Like having a large mirror between the tables, for example. Oui, perhaps that is what the old man was looking at. La cup, la earpiece, and la glasses. I would have seen everything in reverse, none? Ah! Okay, sorry guys, I'm back. Mirror? Oui, un grand mirror. La most enormous mirror. Look at his little touch. And suddenly, the mystery disappears. Like I said, the world keeps turning, so roll with it. That would explain the coffee cup and the earpiece conundrum. The mirror would have made everything appear back to the front. What the heck? It's way too early in the morning for this to be happening to me! Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Okay. We press everything. And who were the 2 customers exactly? Mice, of course, the young man who died, and the other not-so-young man. You are referring to yesterday's witness, I presume. What about the other man Maggie says she saw at the table? Something tells me Mr. Armstrong isn't planning to disclose his existence.
We need some hard evidence first before we can bring it up, don't we?
I guess I'll just have to try a different approach for the time being. Okay, so we gotta focus not on Tigray. You were experimenting with Art Deco? How come I never heard about that before today? You are not familiar with the language of interior design, monsieur? Please stay on topic. And why didn't you tell the court about this before? But I did, just a few moments ago. Excuse me, Mr. Armstrong. This deco you mentioned, are you referring to some sort of oh god. Decoture? I don't know. No, Art Deco. It's a style of design, Your Honor. He's talking about interior design, walls, ceilings, carpets, that kind of thing. Ah, yes, of course, that deco. I was trying to achieve more la effeminate look for my restaurant. I was planning the most bold remodeling of la decor. Okay. How big of a mirror are we talking about here? Poof! Something about 4 meters wide and, about 2 meters high. Let's see, if one mirror is about a yard, holy glass in a frame, that's huge! I was intending to install it on the ceiling eventually. The ceiling? Was there a mirror on the ceiling? I don't remember. Is none, but I decided not to go through with it in the end. What should I do? Ask him more. Press harder! If you really had such a large mirror in the restaurant, someone would have noticed it. But there's nothing about a mirror in Mr. Kudo or Maggie Bird's testimonies. But... You didn't ask, Trite. You have only yourself to blame for such sloppy work. What? A mirror was delivered to Tres Bien on the day before the incident. Really? As Mr. Armstrong testified, he was carrying out some design changes. And as it turned out, he didn't actually use the mirror in the end. This just doesn't add up. Even if a mirror was delivered to Tres Bien, it doesn't prove that it was in the restaurant on the day of the crime. Ha! If you want to doubt someone, Wright, look in the mirror. I'm sure the person looking back at you would be dubious enough. So the witness yesterday had seen the victim reflected in a mirror. Weird. Okay. Normally I'd expect people to know the difference between a reflection and a real object. Normally? How does normality come into this? That's lame, Wright, even for you. Huh? Are you trying to say that if something isn't normal, it isn't possible? Is that it? Where does that leave the porky-headed lawyer and the top-notch chick over there? And the ungodly cool guy with the mask over here? Well, Wright? Not the hair!
I do not have a top knot!
Mr. Godot is correct. A lack of normality is no basis for discounting an argument.
Bien, logic as one a day.
Okay, keep her going. Everything? He would have seen everything in reverse?
Oui! Hey, Nick, we should take a second think about what old CD said in his testimony. How did he phrase it again?
The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs! No question! You can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand!
If he saw everything he described reflected in a mirror, then everything he said he saw on the left was actually on the right, huh?
And that clears up all the problems with his testimony, I guess. Or does it? Huh. It's kinda hard to believe everything's the fault of a mirror, but...
You think old CD saw everything through a reflection?
If he did, it would explain all the contradictions in his testimony.
That just makes the situation worse for Maggie. There's gotta be something in that old man's testimony. We've just gotta dig deeper.
Okay. 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 The cup, the earpiece, and the glasses. Would have ever seen everything in reverse. Glenn's got no glasses. If you call the HMD glasses, but he doesn't have any glasses. Or maybe you confused the HMD with glasses. But he's got no glasses. Ugh. Wawa. Ah. Whoops. Oh, I got it. Holy shit. The coffee cup, the earpiece, and the HMD. Let's think back over Mr. Kudo's testimony for a second, shall we? The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. No question. You can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt. So, to summarize, we were told both the HMD and the earpiece were on the victim's left side. Now, Mr. Kudo saw all that as a reflection in a mirror. It means both the HMD and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side. Exactement. You see, monsieur, now that you think about it, it is not so hard, non? Unfortunately, that's where we run into a monumental contradiction with the facts. If Mr. Kudo really did see everything in a mirror, why is it that the HMD is now on the wrong side of his head? Oh, that makes so much sense! I thought it was just because he had glasses, and they were confusing glasses for the HMD. Wow. Order! Order! Mr. Wright is correct! If the witness genuinely observed the victim reflected in a mirror, then we would expect the victim's eyepiece to have been over his right eye. Coffee number 3. How bitter. Trite, you should have a taste of this bitterness. It'll calm you down in no time. Are we talking about your coffee or something completely different? You don't understand the way the witness thinks. How he thinks? You remember this, I presume? I broke the vase. Sorry. Apology. I mean, Mr. Kudo's sworn testimony. Exactly. The old man has one very grievous habit, other than throwing seeds. The more of an impression something makes, the more muddled his mind makes it. What's the most striking thing about Mr. Elg? Clearly, it's the victim's eyepiece. That's my point. The old man strikes again. Mr. Elg's HMD has made a big impression on the old man. That's another coffee. I saw the earpiece and those newfangled spectacles he was wearing. Oh yes, they were both on his left ear, do you hear? His left ear! Well, Trite. That's the worst but best impression of Kudo ever.
Wow, I really thought he was old seedy for a minute there. Godella's good.
Enough! I must agree that yesterday's witness was irresponsibly rash in much of his testimony.
Bad luck, Nick. Looks like the boil of a contradiction you found is just a rash.
A mirror can't be beaten by a handful of seeds, nor can it lie. So what exactly was the old man looking at? Fill us in, Mr. Armstrong. Go on, tell the court. We're all ears.
Oh, wait, I can explain. Please, if you will look at the plans of the restaurant.
Okay. Okay. Oh, goodness, excuse me.
Alors, is everyone sitting comfortably? La mirror, it was in the middle of the restaurant dividing the two halves. There's only one seat from which you could have seen an image of the victim. That was the seat at the table next to the victims. That was where the old man was sitting. After the terrible incident occurred, I moved the mirror so it was not in the way. But naturally, I did not touch anything else.
Naturally, you did not touch anything else. Okay. I see no problems with the explanation we just have heard. From the table next to the victims, Mr. Kudo could have seen the victim in the mirror.
What a naughty little croquette I am, confusing all the men like this.
Don't worry about it. We can keep up, except for the guy breaking out in a cold sweat over there again.
Ugh, I hate that guy!
You said you didn't touch anything else apart from the mirror. Are you quite sure about that?
Volunteers, of course!
Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination if you please. Sure, dude. Okay.
Okay, repress everything.
So, run this by me again. The mirror was here, correct? Oui. Oui? Really? Because I know if I were you, I wouldn't put a mirror in there. It would be in the way. Look who's talking, Trite. Huh? You're obstructing my view, among other things.
But this is my seat in the courtroom.
Tres Bien's charm is that it gives you the impression that you're the only customer. Temporarily placing a mirror in that spot would hardly be in the way. Unlike you, Trite.
I tell you, monsieur, la mirror was there, in the middle of the restaurant.
Okay. And where would that be?
Oh la la, look how you lean towards me. I always attract the younger boys. Maybe I should keep you in suspense a little longer.
Mr. Armstrong, tell the court what you know at once.
I attract the older ones too, you know. Handsome. Shall I tease you too?
That's yes, thank you. Distract me with coffee, please. Jesus Christ. Please. I'm already seeing a very hot someone, so I'm afraid you'll be waiting for a long time. Oh, Godot's taken! Cool.
Bet she has a mocha cream skin and cappuccino perfume. Bien, I will tell you, there was only one seat from which you could have seen. Uh-huh. So why can you only see the victim from that particular seat? Mais, monsieur, it is obvious, non? If you look at the plans, you will understand. The victim would have been reflected in the mirror like so. If you were sitting at the table next to him, you would see everything, non? So that's the seat old Seedy was sitting in on that day? When that poisoning happened? The old man was sitting at a table next to the victim? Why does that seem kinda odd? After the terrible incident occurred, you moved the mirror. Did you move the mirror while Mr. Kudo was off calling the police? Oui, exactement. I carried it out of the restaurant then. You moved a huge mirror like that all by yourself. What can I say? I know how to pick things up and some... Godot actually laughed at something! Well, given the witness's physique, I suppose it is possible. Did you move anything else from the crime scene, Mr. Armstrong? I look like the obliging type, none? Okay. After... are you sure about that? I touched nothing except the mirror! Mr. Wright, is there something the witness has said that doesn't match the crime scene? Yeah, there is. I just can't put my finger on what exactly. Huh. Suffering from a case of heartburn, tried... Oh, I have just this thing for that! An oil with golden... That's how you pronounce it, sure. And frankincense. Add a few drops to your coffee and voila, enjoy. Focus, Phoenix, breathe. I need to ignore those two and find some evidence. It's pretty strange, huh, though, isn't it? I mean, nobody mentioned anything about a really large mirror. You think someone would have, but Maggie didn't, and neither did old Seedy. And the only logical explanation is that there was no mirror inside Trace Bien that day. Now I just gotta prove it. Somehow. There was no mirror in Trace Bien that day. Yeah, if there were... Okay, if the crime scene photo was taken from the scene of the kitchen, there would be no way to see Armstrong dead in his... Not Armstrong. Glenn dead in his seat. Yeah, in this picture there is no mirror. Wait! Okay. Kudo broke the vase. He said at his seat, but in the crime scene photo of the table at which Kudo was sitting at that Armstrong says, the vase isn't broken. Fuck! I'm gonna have to take that damage. The seat next to the table next to the victims. Kudo wasn't sitting there. He couldn't have been sitting there. This piece of evidence contradicts with the testimony we've heard, Your Honor. The crime photo? Yes, this photo clearly shows something that theoretically should not exist. What on earth do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? Should not exist? It sounds like you're describing yourself, Wright. Oh, goodness. Now then, if the defense would please clarify its statement. It's the flower pot! The flowers. I think it's pretty obvious that this is what should not be in the picture.
The vase? What possible connection does that have with this witness's testimony?
Your Honor, I'm telling you that there should have been no vase on this table. Because it very clearly contradicts with this piece of evidence. He broke the vase at his seat. There is one thing that was clearly demonstrated by yesterday's testimony. Mr. Kudo broke the vase that was on the table where he was sitting. And yet, as the court can see, there is an unbroken vase on the table next to the victim. Why? Because Mr. Kudo was not, in fact, sitting at the table next to the victim at all.
Don't be an idiot, Wright. That's impossible. That seat's the only one Kudo could have seen the victim's reflection from.
Exactly.
Oh, goodness. Sorry, chat. That one surprised me. Jesus.
There's only one conclusion we can draw from this contradiction. There was no mirror in Tres Bien that day. Your testimony, Mr. Armstrong, is an elaborate lie.
Mon Dieu! Don't try to confuse the court, Wright. Obviously, the witness cleaned up the vase, while the police were taking their time to getting to the crime scene. He said he didn't touch anything else.
Fortunately, Mr. Godot, that doesn't quite work for me. Mr. Armstrong already testified to the court the contrary. In his own words, I did not touch anything else except the mirror.
Chug the coffee! Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself?
I was right, there was no mirror in the restaurant that day.
In light of this revelation, we return back to the original problem. Why did the victim have an earpiece in an ear in which he couldn't hear? Huh. You only get one shot in life. There's no turning back. If you want to claim that mirror wasn't there, Wright, then this problem is all yours. How do you explain what the old man saw?
If I can answer this, then I'll be that much closer to the truth. I can feel it.
Are you gonna be okay? Can you really solve this contradiction, Nick?
There's more than just this one contradiction, Maya.
What do you mean?
Remember what Maggie told us? There was another man at the victim's table. And there was a sample CD on the victim's table. It all flies in the face of Mr. Kudo's testimony. And I think I know the reason why nothing in this case is adding up.
Well, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer.
Yes, Your Honor. The reason behind all the contradictions in Mr. Kudo's testimony is simple. Okay, the only one that makes sense here is that the victim is a phony. Taking another drink of Wawa. So we're gonna go that route. This case is riddled with contradictions, yet there's one very simple answer that clears them all up.
And what is that?
The incident Mr. Kudo witnessed and the incident the victim experienced were two completely different events.
What?
Yes, the victim that Mr. Kudo saw wasn't Glenn Elg at all. It was an imposter, a phony, pretending to be Mr. Elg. Obviously, unlike the victim, there was nothing wrong with the imposter's left eardrum. Wait! Is this also supposed to be Tigray? Because if that's the case, the HMD would cover up his scar completely. That's...
Oh my god, that man's kind of a genius.
That's how he ended up wearing the earpiece in his left ear by mistake.
That's another coffee to the counter.
Excusey.
Okay,
Order! Order in the court! Settle down or I'll clear the courtroom! Quiet, Gramps. Why didn't you clear out of here, huh? What'd you say? Oh my god. Poor Judge. Jesus, he's been through too much. And by too much, I mean this fucking stupid-ass case. Alright. Trade, are you saying that what Mr. Kudo saw was a setup? Yes! Someone pretending to be Glenn Elg and acted out the whole coffee poisoning, all for the express purpose of creating a witness out of the one Mr. Victor Kudo. Get real, Trite. Why would anyone want to do that? Isn't it obvious? The thing Mr. Kudo was most insistent about in his testimony was the serving girl brought him a Havakino, but she put something in it. That's the serving girl, right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. It's so hard to believe, but there was one and only one reason to show Mr. Kudo this fake poisoning. To show Maggie Bird in the act of poisoning the coffee. Are you insinuating that the waitress in the old man's story was a fake as well? It's true that there were no other customers in the restaurant at the time, but it's also true that the chef was there. He could have noticed what was happening. That's right. Well, witness, if your restaurant really was the seed of such theatrics, you would have known about it, correct? Oh la la, this is most difficult for me. No, it's quite simple. All you have to do is testify. You are under oath, after all. Was there in fact a phony at Tres Bien that day? The defense demands that Mr. Armstrong tell the whole truth about what happened. The defense's request for additional testimony is accepted. You will accurately explain in detail the events in the restaurant that day. Oui. You must tell the truth, you son of a bitch! La victim, Monsieur Elg, he came to my restaurant alone. I remember the old man arrived not long after him. There were no other customers. When it got word, El won la lottery, Mon Elg became very excited. It was approximately 5 minutes later that the poisoning incident occurred. None, there was no time for a phony to do the acting. There was no time? What? Just so we're clear, there was no mirror in the restaurant after all. The Vonderman Ponton, forgive me, Your Honor. I lied because I wanted this mess to be cleared up quickly. What you have just done is commit perjury, Mr. Armstrong. I will decide how to punish you later. Wait. For now, we will hear your cross-examination. Mr. Wright, if you please. He took that perjury charge a bit too well. But I'm guessing he'll be in more serious trouble after this cross-examination. Oh, boy. Okay. We're gonna save first. And we're gonna press everything. Okay. Was he alone at his table as well? Mais oui, I saw him from the kitchen. Yet the defendant, Miss Bird, remembers it differently. She swears there was another man at the victim's table. Ha! Unfortunately for you, Trite, yesterday's witness also testified that the victim was alone. You know, seeing you squirm like that reminds me of a certain coffee's bittersweet bite. What kind of coffee has he been drinking?
It's not coffee, it's love. It's a love that's bittersweet.
Hearing Maya say that makes her seem wise all of a sudden. Jesus. Okay. Ugh. By old man, you mean Victor Kudo, correct? Oui, it comes often from my special coffee. I drank your coffee once, Mr. Armstrong. It's special. I'll give you that. It's worth a sip just for the experience. Oh, you make me so happy, monsieur! You are most welcome anytime. I said it was worth one sip and nothing more. Oh, burn! So old Mr. Kudo arrived at the restaurant around the same time as the victim. Maybe I should ask about his arrival in more detail. Sure. How many minutes after? So you're saying that not much time elapsed between when the victim and Mr. Kudo arrived?
Oui, that is correct.
But that still leaves the possibility that something happened in that gap of time. And by your recollection, how much time would you say elapsed?
Let me see, approximately 2 minutes, I would say.
2 minutes? That's all? It seems unlikely that anything untoward would have happened in such short time. Rats! I think I shouldn't have pursued this line of questioning. Oof, maybe I choose the wrong one. There were no other customers. So your only customers were Mr. Kudo and the victim. How many times do you need to ask the same thing, Wright? You never catch me drinking the same blend twice. Huh? You're trying to establish the presence of a phony victim in the restaurant, but you're wasting your time. You can't grind birdseed to make coffee, if you catch my drift. That's another coffee! Coffee number 7. There's a hole in this testimony somewhere, I'm sure of it. Okay. Did you see him? No, I was in the kitchen, but I heard him. I remember him shouting, "Yes, $500,000!" Presumably the defendant heard that too, then, correct? Maggie? She looked like a poor little frightened dove. And what about Mr. Kudo? The old man choked on some birdseed that got stuck in his throat. Okay. It seems we now have yet another incident in our hands. Okay. And what were you doing at that point? Without any customers, you must have had time to kill. I am a multi-talented woman, monsieur. Sorry, what do you mean? There is la renowned chef Jean Armstrong and the tragic poet Clarice Armstrong. Clarice?
Oui, I was writing a poem.
An angry tale of a chef $500,000 in debt. Cooking for a man who won $500,000 on the lottery. It is called Pourquoi. It means why. Perhaps I could recite it for la court. Please don't. Just don't. Whoopsies. Yeah, la 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 la. I need to press the last one. Last one. There we go. Press. There we go. You mean you contacted the police as soon as the incident occurred? I asked the old man to call from the payphone. By your own argument, Wright. The purpose of this phony victim's performance was so the old man would see it. In other words, once the incident occurred, this opportunity would completely disappear. Indeed.
Bien, it seems le shadow of doubt has been lifted, n'est-ce pas? Guess Mr. Armstrong is connected to this case, huh?
Absolutely. Someone was impersonating Mr. Elk, and I refuse to believe he was oblivious. He was there the whole time, after all.
But if you're right, wouldn't Maggie have noticed too?
She fell unconscious when the incident occurred, remember?
Ah! You mean that's when the phony staged his act?
We'll know for sure once I find a hole in this testimony. Let me press the other one. The other option of, like, what time he arrived. Out of curiosity, about what time was it when Mr. Kudo arrived?
Oh no, I cannot remember, monsieur.
I believe we were told by a witness yesterday. The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. Does that perhaps jog your memory, witness?
The incident happened about 20 minutes after he arrived, so the victim must have arrived between 2 p.m. and 2:10 p.m., none?
Just after 2, huh?
Thank you for your help in jogging my memory, monsieur. You are wonderful!
I can't sit here all the time and do nothing now, can I? The time of day will be added to the witness's testimony.
Oui, Monsieur Judge. Everything I do it for you.
Merci bien. That's French, isn't it? Ha 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 ha. I'm glad at least one person is in a good mood.
He's even humming a song to himself.
Remember the old man not long after him, just after 2 p.m. Are you absolutely sure about the time?
When I think really odd, I am sure it was just after 2, oui? It is the time I stopped serving the lunch menu.
Quite right, I always break for lunch when the restaurants are serving their specials. I've been known to wind up a case early just to make it on time. I guess you should never get between a hungry judge and his lunch. Oh, would you look at that? It's almost lunchtime already.
Witness, get on with your testimony, please.
Okay. The old man arrived not long after him, just after 2. Isn't that when the radio thing is on? Died of potassium cyanide. Yeah, that's a lie. At 1:30 p.m. If Victor Kudo witnessed the guy announce like that he won the $1 million, he wouldn't have come in at 2. I'm afraid I finally got you, Mr. Armstrong.
What do you mean?
At the time in question, the victim was listening to the radio with his earpiece. The show he was listening to was Millionaire Radio. Each week they announced the winning numbers of the $500,000 lottery ticket.
Oui, that must be the show Mon Elk was listening to.
I can't see any problem with this testimony, Mr. Wright.
I wonder...
Huh?
You say the victim arrived at your restaurant after 2 p.m., correct? Oui, I am sure of it. I remember it perfectly now. I know it was that time because I had just finished serving the lunch menu.
Get to the point, Wright. You have one. That show is broadcast live at 1:30 p.m. It claims to be the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life. It's on the air at 1:30! Now, supposedly, the victim made some noise when he announced that he had won. And yet, I don't believe his cry of joy would have occurred after 2 p.m. Because the show had already finished more than 30 minutes earlier by that point in time! None! This victim we've been told about has done nothing but the impossible. Listening to the radio with a ruptured eardrum, catching a show that was already over, there's only one conclusion you can draw from these facts. This victim was an imposter, acting out the poisoning 30 minutes after the real murder. Yes, there were 2 Glen Elgs in Trace Bien that day. The real Glen Elg, now dead, having been poisoned by the real killer, and the phony Glen Elg, acting out the events for Mr. Kudo to witness. It certainly seems that way. I mean, if that wasn't the case, how could you explain the time discrepancy? Quite a performance, Trite. You were almost on a roll. But sadly, you lack the rock-hard foundation of rhythm to build your song. What is this? Music Theory 101? Let's recap. According to your imaginative theory, it's now just after 2 p.m. The phony Elg is performing a play for the benefit of Mr. Kudo. How do you explain, then, where the real Glen Elg is? I don't believe I have to spell this out for the court. However, at that time, the real Glen Elg was already dead. That's certainly the obvious conclusion. Thank you, Trite. That's exactly what I was hoping you'd say. What? Now, I presume you can prove this theory of yours. Can you explain where the missing corpse went to? The missing corpse? According to the old man's testimony, there was only one other customer there. That customer was the phony Glen Elg. Then where did the killer hide the body of the real victim? That's a good question, Phoenix. The prosecution has a valid point, Mr. Wright. If your theory is to stand up to examination by the court, you must provide us with proof by answering the prosecution's question. Where did the killer hide the body? Yes, Your Honor. No conjecture, Trite. Let's hear some facts for once.
Show the court a piece of evidence that proves where the body was hidden.
Evidence? What's with the intense pressure in here all of a sudden?
I thought I had him with that contradiction. But he's turned it all around and backed me into a corner instead. Well, Mr. Wright, the court will now hear the defense's theory and evidence. First, where was the body of a real Mr. Elg It had to have been inside. Where would you hide the body outside? Armstrong hides all of his things in the kitchen. So maybe it's just in the kitchen. It would have had to have been too dangerous to take the body outside. Obviously, the body must have been hidden somewhere inside Tres Bien. Interesting. But where could a body have been hidden inside a restaurant? Perhaps you would care to show the court on these plans, Mr. Wright. Well, yes, Your Honor. Yeah, in the kitchen. The body was hidden here. I see. Nice supposition. But the real question is, can you back it up? Where's the evidence that proves the body was hidden in that location? 'Cause his medicine was in there! His prescription! And it was found in the kitchen! Mr. Armstrong, do you recognize this bottle? None. I have never seen that ugly bottle before in my life. I only use the very best bottles, monsieur. The highest quality only for me. Where was that bottle found, Mr. Wright? Interestingly enough, Your Honor, it was found in the kitchen of Tres Bien. Quoi? But I only ever use these bottles for my aromatherapy oils. But this bottle doesn't contain aromatherapy oil, Mr. Armstrong. No, it contains a medication. What kind of medication? I'm pretty sure everyone remembers, don't they? That Mr. Elg visited an otolaryngological clinic, there we go, and was given medication that day. That's another coffee! Another coffee to the count! Coffee count! Count coffee! You can't be serious. The defense had the contents of the bottle analyzed, and I have the lab results here. The contents of the bottle match the prescription that was given to Mr. Elg. Glenn Elg's murderer hid the body in the restaurant kitchen, at which time this bottle fell out of the victim's pocket. Mr. Armstrong, when the incident occurred, didn't you say you were in the kitchen? Mon Dieu! Yes, you know what I'm about to say. It was you who hid the victim's body. You did a fine job pretending to defend my client, Maggie Bird, however. You were setting her up to take the fall behind the poor girl's back. None! Order! Order! This is an extraordinary development! Witness! Did you murder Glenn Elg? Never! I could not do such a horrible thing! No! Oh, there he goes. Mr. Godot! The bitterness. Every time I get lied to, I always down a mug of coffee. That's one of my rules. Do you have the slightest idea how many cups you've had by now? 8. And I like to do the same to the person who lied to me. I like to take them down with my empty cup. Listen up, chef. How about a brand new flavor in your ear? My age-deficient friend. Je vous demande pardon, please, you must hear me out. It is a trap. Listen to me. Por favor. Yo hablo español, Mr. Armstrong, and por favor is Spanish. I'm only going to ask you once. Did you do it? None! None! Absolutely none! Let's hear it. You've got one shot, right, Gramps?
Witness, the court will permit you the chance to make one final statement. If you lie under oath again, Mr. Godot's coffee mug awaits you. And does my gavel.
Oui, it is clear. Why do they always say it in the movies? I've got a bad feeling about this.
Very well. Begin your final testimony, Mr. Armstrong. Okay, here we go.
It is true. I hid the body in the kitchen. A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. I had to go along with him because there was a reason why I could not refuse. But I did not kill him. I swear it. You must believe me.
The man being Tigre. You were forced? By who?
I cannot say or I will be erased.
Let's try a different question then.
When Mr. L died, was he really the only person at his table? There was.
Finally!
There was another man. Yes! Finally, somebody else says there's another guy! Thank you. I knew it.
Maggie was telling the truth.
You may cross-examine the witness now, Mr. Wright.
There's just one more thing I need to do. I gotta break this guy and get him to tell us the name of the real killer.
Ooh, excuse me.
Okay. The man forced me to do it. Tigre. Let's end this dance of ring around the rosy, Mr. Armstrong. This is the man that you've been referring to. Ah! Who is that? I feel like I've seen him somewhere before. Oh, I don't know. Maybe a month ago in this very courtroom. This man is Furio Tigre. He's the manager of a loan office called Tender Lender. There's no point trying to hide the truth anymore, Mr. Armstrong. I know you couldn't go against Mr. Tigre, at least not while he had this on you. The loan. The loan. Yeah, the loan. A $500,000 loan from a black market loan shark. And you had no way of paying it back, did you? That's why you were forced to do anything this man told you.
Oui, it is as you say.
Sir Armstrong.
The tiger. It told me it was going to use my restaurant for a business rendezvous. On the day in question, it was meeting the victim to demand that he repay his loan. I don't know why it happened like that. I just did what he told me to do. I had no choice. I carried the body and the inconsistent Maggie out of the dining area and into the kitchen. At that, I just tried to forget what I had seen. I think we can now safely say that the man who forced your hand was Mr. Furio Tigre. I do have one further question for you, Mr. Armstrong. The poison and the lottery ticket that were found in the defendant's apron pocket. Was that your doing as well? None! I knew nothing about that! Making it look like it was Maggie who had done it. I was not. It is despicable! Mr. Godot! You will summon this Furio Tigre as a witness! I doubt that can be arranged today, so we will adjourn for now. Proceedings will continue tomorrow. Godot's like, now. 30 minutes. What? The trial will go on. I'll see to it myself. I need half an hour to get that guy on the stand. Not a minute more. How the... Don't sit back and relax yet, trite. No one knows if that shelf is... Shelf? Yes, he's a shelf. No one knows if that chef is really telling the truth or not. His trial could still go either way. Very well. Your request is granted, Mr. Godot. Excuse me. We will resume once Mr. Tigre is ready to take the stand. Until then, court is adjourned for a 30-minute recess.
How the hell? What the what? Okay. Yes, please. I would like to save. Yes, please. I would like to save. Whoopsies! There we go. Okay. Awesome. So we're finally going to see the tiger on the stand. You've almost got this case won now, Nick. I wish I could agree. Huh? When I cross-examined Mr. Armstrong just now, he said he was just doing what the tiger told him to do. But Godot picked up on it. Remember? He pointed out that without proof, we don't know if what he testified is the truth. You mean, you think Mr. Armstrong was lying? I don't know. But if that's the line the prosecution takes, we could be in trouble. I get a feeling that we don't have the case-making evidence we're going to need. Hey, pal! Detective Gumshoe! What are you so jumpy about, Detective? Your hair's standing on end. Hey, that's the pot calling the kettle black, Miss Topknot. It's not a Topknot! Never mind about the hair. Just calm down, alright? I can't stand still when I don't have a job to do. I get kinda wound up. Ah! No kidding. You gotta have something you need me to do, pal. Anything. Well, hey, I'm gonna take a jog back down to the precinct. I could get some prints analyzed for you if you got an hour. An hour? The trial will have been reconvened by then. But Nick, we still don't have a really decisive piece of evidence, right? True. Without some kind of trump card to pull out of the bag, we're really stuck. You said you could get some fingerprint analysis done in an hour? You bet! In that case, would you mind checking the prints on this oh, the bottle! The bottle! And the bottle could have Tigre's fingerprints on it. If you're going back to the station anyway, could you find out whose prints are on this? Oh, hey! That's the small bottle I gave back to you this morning, right? Yeah, I think it's time we solve the last mystery of who the prints on it belong to. Sure thing, pal! Actually, that's been gnawing at me too. Cool. Okay, I'll get this off to the lab right away. Just make sure you don't lose the case before I get back. Bye, Gumshoe! Refreshing! This is pretty much the final showdown, I guess. It's time to separate the phonies from the real guys. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Let's go, Tigre! Court will now reconvene! Mr. Cato, did you find this Furio Tigre? That's another coffee! I even tamed him for you. It was a 3-cup job, no problem. Tamed him? The guy's name may be Furio Tigre, but come on. He's pretty lively. Be careful. He still bites. Oh god! Very well, please show Mr. Tigre to the stand! He's gonna be pissed. Oh yeah, Jesus. There he is. Witness, please state your name and occupation for the— Ah! Don't hide under the table, Maya, unless there's room for me down there too! Would you mind— What'd you say to me? Nothing! I didn't say nothing, honest! I could have guessed that the fear would induce a bad Brooklyn accent in the judge. I got business to take care of, you hear me? So who the hell called me into this hole? Was it you, Spiky? No, of course not. It was the judge. Whoa! He's gone! Your Honor? Oh dear, I seem to have dropped my pen. Now where on earth is it? Don't mind me, just carry on with proceedings as normal. That's it. We're doomed. Maybe you didn't hear me. I said, who the hell was it that called me in here? There's no need to shout. We can all hear you. What'd you say? There's no point struggling. You're caught in a snare. The relentless snare of the law. And I'm the one that hauled you in. Too cool. Don't let him get the better of you, Nick!
Let's start with the basics. You know about the incident in question, correct? Incident? I don't know nothing about no stinking incident, Mask Boy. You mean you didn't attend the previous trial of Maggie Bird? Maggie who? I got more important things to do than watch courtroom dramas. Of course. Well, perhaps you could give us your testimony then. Please tell us about what you did on the day of the murder. Phoenix Wright. Huh? You's the one who set this up, didn't ya? You's gonna regret the day you ruffled the tiger's fur. You hear what I'm saying? Maybe I should have brought a diaper with me today. Get a grip, Nick. Jesus. Okay, cool. Alright. I don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent all my time in my office. Got whales lined up to borrow cash from tender lender every single day. You just want to check my alibi? Just ask Violetta. At last I found my pen! Well then, Mr. Very well. Ah! Oh, Jesus! He's. Okay, cool. Please, witness, if you could refrain from shouting out like that. I know the kind of games that guy in the blue plays. That lowlife ain't no lawyer, he just punches away at stupid details till he wins. Lowlife? Me? Listen up, smarty. Every time you ask me something that doesn't relate to this case, I'm gonna bill you $50,000, and you're just gonna borrow the cash from me. That's one loan contractor refused to sign. Don't think it ain't gonna hurt when you tangle with the tiger. Huh. I love a good spectator sport. Just a minute! That's really not. This witness is... How could I put it? A hungry tiger roaming the urban jungle. Get on his bad side and he'll bite everyone's heads off. Yours too. Very well. I have no choice but to impose... Penalty! You better be listening. I said I got business to take care of. Big business. If I don't split now, I ain't gonna catch my bus. The court will impose a penalty for any irrelevant pressing of witness testimony. What? Keep that in mind as you begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You can do it, Nick! Come up from under there already, would ya? Okay. This is stupid, but alright, okay. We're pressing only the things that we need to press, so we're gonna save. Don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up with business in December. Lined up. Yeah. Okay. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? We're talking about 1 month ago, you know. You see these teeth? That's how sharp my secretary is. Sharp? Is he talking about Viola Cadaverini? She writes everything in my scheduler. December, mainly in the office. That's what it says, so that's where I was. Seems like a rather, sketchy schedule. There he goes again. What the tiger did in December, all in December, isn't the issue. What's important is what he was doing on the day of the murder. So, now... Pressure! Mr. Tigre, what do yous want? If you wouldn't mind going into a bit more detail. This is a dead end, Trite, and you know it. Remember the rules. No! It's essential that we establish the witness alibi accurate- Wait, hold on. Yeah, December, meet with a tiger. I'm going down the right route. Okay. I agree. The victim was killed on December 3rd. Were you in the office that day too? Maybe yous ain't listening. Of course I was. I never set foot outside. I had meetings all day with a bunch of cats wanting to do business with me. I ain't never seen that young kid before. I do believe the witness's last statement was important. Mr. Cadeau, if you could please. Mr. Tigre, the court asks you to add that last statement to your testimony. Don't let an animal beat you. Be a man, Your Honor, and stay asking for yourself. I was in the office, I never saw the kid. But on December 3rd, he had a meeting with the tiger. You bitch. Mr. Tigre, you claim you didn't know Mr. Glenn Elg. It appears that Mr. Elg knew you. What? Mr. Elg left this little note on his calendar. Meet with the tiger. And the date? December 3rd. December 3rd? That's the day of the murder. So, Mr. Tigre, I submit that you did indeed know one Mr. Glenn Elg. Because on the very day of the incident, you met with him. Not bad. You was actually not bad. Sorry. I was just messing with yous to see how good you were.
Hear that, Nick? He said you're not bad.
That's one compliment I can do without. Plus he's lying through his teeth. Witness, please remember that you're under oath. Lies will not be tolerated.
You's calling me a liar? Is that what you're doing?
Ruh-roh, Reggie! So you're saying that you claim to have never seen that kid before? Is that the truth?
I said I'm dead serious. You's better believe that's the truth.
Ha! Then I'd say that gives me time to enjoy another cup of pure black magic. That's coffee number 10! Alrighty. Okay. That is while you testify for the court again, Mr. Tigre. Oh, yes, would you mind indulging the court witness? You never actually met the victim? That's gotta be a lie right there. It's time I nailed this guy. He's saying that he never met with him? I ain't no liar, I never met Glenn Elg. There was some lame guy with that name, though, who wanted to borrow cash from me. I set up a meeting with the guy at my office, Tender Lender. Waited around for him, but he ain't never showed. I ain't never been to that Trace Bien joint, you hear? We didn't mention Trace Bien. I see. That all seems perfectly logical. You had arranged to meet with the victim, but he didn't show up. I've heard it's pretty hard to keep appointments when you're dead. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Didn't I tell you I got a big deal going down today? I ain't gonna make my bus now. I'm gonna have to take that express train. That bill's going straight to you, right? Ugh. We never mentioned Trace Bien to you. Never? Not even once? Not even once. I was in my office the day that went down. I didn't put no poison in no kid's coffee. Capiche?
You think he really didn't meet Glenn Elg?
Not likely. Because I'm convinced this guy is behind the whole thing.
So you mean that whole testimony he just gave was a lie?
Of course. So we can't afford to give him time to think of ways to plug the leaks in it. I've got to nail him while I still can. Okay. He's never been to Trace Bien. Oh, shit! Yeah, we found these in Tender Lender! Mr. Tigre, is there something you'd like to tell the court about these matches? Matches? What are you talking about? We found them in your office at Tender Lender. They're from that restaurant. If you've really never been to Trace Bien before, what was the book of the restaurant's matches doing on your desk? You've been snooping around my stuff now, too, wise guy? What are you, my ball and chain? Ain't no broad controlling me. Order! Order! Well, witness, I think it's time you started telling us the truth, don't you? Ah! Sorry, I'm terribly sorry, forgive me. I ain't no pussycat. I go back on what I said. But, okay, I was at the joint that day. What? But listen good, alright. I might have been there, but I still never met that kid. Well, well. Looks like an order just came in for another testimony. I'm this close to proving it was him. He did meet Glenn Elg that day, and he did put poison in his coffee. He must have. Okay. I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. The guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. Figured if the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. I heard the cops' sirens on my way out, and I went straight back to my office. What? I see. You didn't actually meet with him in the end, then. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Hold it! If I wait around here any longer, I ain't even gonna make the normal express. No more stupid questions. Haha, no problem. That's another coffee. Cool. Anytime Trite presses you on something irrelevant, I'll see he pays a penalty. Mr. Godot, it's my job! Your job is to slam that little hammer of yours and call a guilty verdict. So do it. Yes, sir! Special Express ain't cheap, right? Just so you know, since you payin'. Oh, man. Doesn't the rule of law mean anything around here? Okay, so if I press anything, then I get a penalty? Okay, let me try presenting, then. Huh? Okay. Hold on. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. How could you have seen the scene? There's a fucking wall right there, blocking the view. Buddy! You're something of a loan-collecting pro, aren't you, Mr. Tigre? No one escapes the tiger's clutches. Well, I'm something of a lie-detecting pro. And no one escapes the phoenix clutches. I think it's time we got something straight. What's this, Trite? A new line of irrelevant questioning? These are the floor plans of the crime scene. You say you were standing at the entrance, Mr. Tigre. From there, your field of vision would have covered an area something like this. Indeed, the witness would have had a clear view of the victim's seat. Isn't that what I just said? I saw the back of the kid's head. Unfortunately for you, that's not possible. If the court would think back, you'll remember that between each of the tables... Yeah, there's a tall partition! Why, that's true! Now look at the plans again. The truth is painfully obvious. From the entrance, the field of vision of any customer walking in ends here. Oh, he's sweating! So, from the entrance of Tres Bien, you couldn't have seen the victim's seat. But you did see the victim that day, because you met with him. Wrong! Have you forgotten the old man's testimony yesterday? The victim was alone at his table. But the defense just proved that point to be moot. The victim witnessed by Mr. Kudo was not Glenn Elg, but a fake. What? In order to have Mr. Kudo falsely testify, the real killer posed as the victim he had just killed and acted out a charade. That will do! This trial has gone on too long enough without the obvious question being answered. Who exactly was this real killer who impersonated the victim? You say the killer murdered Glenn Elg, and then impersonated his victim in a performance for Victor Kudo. In that case, Mr. Wright, reveal the identity of this criminal to the court. Fuck! Oh, nothing. I just dropped my pen again. Don't mind me carrying on with the proceedings as normal. I hit present on a piece of evidence. Fuck! I found my pen now. Yeah. Okay, profiles. Tigre. Present. Obviously, the killer is Furio Tigre. No one else could have done it. What? Well, witness? Now that's cute. You just think you could pin this on the tiger? Maybe you just don't understand. The tiger is king of the jungle. So I dare you to say it again. Come on, you got the guts? You can't threaten me, Mr. Tigre. It's the defense. Go ahead and tell the witness, Mr. Wright. Oh, I'm gone. Mr. Wright! Sounds to me like it must be you, old man. You've got guts, I'll give you that. Mr. Wright, don't leave me to handle this alone. Perhaps I can end this embarrassment. Mr. Cadeau! That's another coffee! Coffee. Okay. Let's just go back over Mr. Kudo's testimony one more time. The old man didn't see the victim. Oh, no. The serving girl brought him a havakino. Oh, goodness. But she put something in it. There's no question about it. She's very conspicuously put some white powder in there. Was the victim he saw the real victim or not? That doesn't matter. The fact remains he saw the accused put the poison into the coffee. Yes, it was the waitress who poisoned the coffee. Very impressive, Mr. Cadeau. Waiting for my absence to launch your attack. Huh. Found your pen at last, Trite? It was in my pocket. But anyway, Mr. Kudo witnessed two people that day. He saw the victim, the supposed Mr. Glenn Elg, and the waitress from behind. Yes, your point, Mr. Wright. I think the conclusion is obvious. If this Glenn Elg was really the killer in disguise, then surely it's possible the waitress was also part of the show. What? You mean the waitress was an imposter as well? The defendant, Miss Bird, fell unconscious immediately after the incident. And someone used her fainting to hatch an elaborate plan to pin the murder on her. Who on earth was it? Who was this waitress that Mr. Kudo witnessed? It was Violetta. It was, profiles. Viola. Whoops. Yeah. Who is this woman? Her name is Viola Cadaverini. She's an employee of Tender Lender. You's making a big mistake. Do you know who Violetta's grandfather is? You's better be going home in an armored truck tonight, if you know what I mean.
Stop shaking, Nick.
Where was I? Yes, the defendant, Miss Bird, has stated the following.
Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true there was another customer in the restaurant.
She was sort of creepy. She had a kind of cackling laugh. There are just too many contradictions in this case. The second man at the victim's table who nobody but Miss Bird seems to have seen. The earpiece worn by the victim in his left ear when that eardrum was ruptured. And the radio show he was supposedly listening to a half an hour after it was over. There's only one logical explanation that clears up all of these contradictions. The whole incident took place twice. Once for real, and once for show. And Mr. Furio Tigre, the only person who could have committed the crime, is you. Witness, what have you got to say?
That's cute.
Sorry?
You's alright. I could do with a guy like you around.
What do you mean? Okay, I'm in on this game. I'm gonna have to charter a jet to get me to my meeting now, but I'm gonna give yous one more thing to think about before I go. Something to think about? Yous got it all wrapped up nice, huh? Right. But yous missed out one real important thing. But that can't be. I was in the joint that day, and I met that kid too. But I couldn't have poisoned him. You see? What? Do you really expect us to believe you now, Mr. Tigre? Ha! What a troublemaker. Troublemaker? That's another coffee! Coffee. Okay. Looks like we're gonna need another one for the road. One more steaming cup of hot testimony. Indeed. Witness, will you explain yourself to the court? I will give you one more chance to testify. What happened that day at Tres Bien between yourself and the victim? Okay. Yeah, I loaned El Cash about $100,000. That day, he was due to have a little chat. The kid had hit his payback date, see? So anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. I'm about to flatten the guy when he starts screaming, "Yes, I won $500,000! He got lucky, you know, real lucky. If that waitress hadn't done what she'd done, everything would have been over. Now I see that the principal amount you loaned to Mr. L was $50,000. Yeah, well, he's got the VIG to take it into account. Interest builds up fast, you know? It's faster than fast. $100,000 is twice his principal. And the repayment deadline was December 3rd, the day of the incident in question. Yeah, he was one lucky kid. He got that $500,000 just in time. So I ain't have no reason to kill the kid. And if I ain't got no motive, you ain't got no case. His motive? He seems to have one, but what is it? Okay, I feel like I'm gonna still have my pressing penalty, so I'm gonna save. Okay, what is something that we obviously do not know? He loaned El Cash, obviously, $100,000, which was written down in the thing, the journal. Kid had hit his payback date, that's true. He tells me he has no way to pay up, that's also true. He starts screaming, I won $500,000. That waitress hadn't done what she'd done, everything would have been over. It's the one thing that we don't really know anything about. The waitress, you mean? The girl with the glasses in the defendant's chair, who else could I mean? If she hadn't gotten in the way, things would have been bada bing, bada boom, over and done with. Maybe I should put some... Yeah! Oh. I feel like going with the first option would just pin it more on Maggie. What do you mean how things would- wait, what do you mean things would have been done and over with? Are you all there or what? I'm talking about the cash! I was there to get my $100,000 back. That's all. I'm a businessman. It was all coming together before that waitress got in the way. As far as I could tell from the witness's testimony, other than recouping his loan, Mr. Tigre had no motive for killing the victim. What? Witness! You will amend your testimony to reflect what you just said. The tiger's motive, huh? I was after the $100,000. Didn't have this all connects to Viola. No, he wanted the virus. The CD. So you just intended to get back the $100,000 Mr. Elg owed you, correct? Yeah, we're forgetting about the CD that was clearly placed on the fucking table. I loaned the guy the cash, so that's my right. Unfortunately for Mr. Elg, I don't believe the $100,000 is what you were really after. What are you getting at, Trite? What else would a money lender be after other than money? Oh, the money lender was after money, but money in a totally different league. The kind of money that a single disc like this would fetch. What is that? A computer virus, Your Honor.
A virus called MC Bomber. A computer virus? What does one of those do? A computer virus is a program that wreaks havoc on the insides of a computer. Computer? What does one of those do? Oh god, Jesus, he is old. I guess the beard isn't the only part of his honor that is from the Stone Age. I'll explain it to you later, Your Honor. Right now, this is the important point. A virus like MC Bomber would be worth several $1 million on the black market. Several $1 million? Lending money with no hope of ever seeing repayment would normally be bad for business. But in this case, the very fact that Glenn Elg had no way to repay the money is crucial. What? Glenn Elg was a programmer, a highly skilled programmer. That skill was the collateral Mr. Elg put up in order to borrow the money. You're trying to suggest the witness's motive was to get hold of that program? Exactly! The witness may have poor fashion sense, but he's by no means an idiot, Wright. A man like him could get his hands on $1 million without resorting to murder. Of course he could, provided that he had time. But what if he had needed the money right then? When the pressure's on, the luxury of choice tends to disappear. Seems you have a logical conclusion for this theory, Mr. Wright. Would you care to share it with us? Why did Mr. Tigre need money to the tune of $1 million? It's 'cause Viola. It's $1 million for her medical bills. In December of last year, you found yourself in need of a huge amount of money. About 6 months ago, you were involved in a traffic accident, weren't you? An accident involving a car and a scooter in which a young woman was injured. She was taken to the hospital where she underwent surgery. How much of this do you know? These medical papers document the treatment of the young woman in question. According to these, her operation cost $1 million. And yet when the payment was due last month, you somehow managed to pay it in full. $1 million? A preposterous sum. Someone should sue these HMOs. No one would pay a bill like that. If the medical association got wind of it, the hospital would end up as dead as a morgue. But Mr. Tigre had no choice but to pay, because his very life depended on it. Ah! Order! 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 You say his life depended on it, Mr. Wright. Indeed it did, simply because the injured woman was none other than Viola Cadaverini. Did you say Cadaverini? Bruno Cadaverini, mob boss in charge of all underworld activities in the city, and doting grandfather to his precious Violetta, also known as Viola Cadaverini. Your life was in danger unless you paid compensation to the boss, correct? Makes sense. You were desperate to acquire the $1 million Bruno Cadaverini demanded of you. So desperate, in fact, that you decided to sacrifice Glenn Elg's life to pay your debt. On the day of the murder, Mr. Tigre's sole intention was to get his hands on the CD. Glenn Elg had no way of paying back the $100,000, and Mr. Tigre knew it. But then a miracle happened. The kind that Mr. Tigre would prefer to say never happened, but he can't and neither can I. The lottery win? Exactly. At the 11th hour, Mr. Elg won $500,000 in the lottery, which left Mr. Tigre with no way of getting his hands on the all-important CD. At least no legitimate way. So he resorted to illegitimate means. That's crazy. He murdered Glenn Elg and then made his next move, to frame Maggie Bird for the crime. Mr. Tigre posed as Glenn Elg, while Viola Cadaverini played the role of Miss Bird. And then they reenacted the whole thing in order to establish a witness. The witness being the one we all heard testify yesterday, Mr. Victor Kudo. Like I said, Trite, that's crazy. No one could pull off a stunt like that. For starters, there's no way the chef could have been kept in the dark about it. But Mr. Armstrong was in on it from the very beginning. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Godot? Mr. Armstrong owed the witness money too. $500,000, in fact. He had no choice but to go along with Mr. Tigre's plan. Oh boy. Order! Order! Silence or I will clear the court! Oh. You's put on a good show, Spiky. If you just want to stay alive in the loan shark business, you gotta be careful. You saying I dressed up like that kid, created a witness and framed someone? If I did something crazy like that, I'd leave a trail as bright as my shirt. I ain't dumb enough to do something sloppy like that. I agree. You do? Despite your appearance, you are very careful. That's why you took one more precaution. One more trick to make sure Miss Bird had no way out. What? Another one, Mr. Wright? Interesting. Why didn't you fill us all in, Trite? What was this trick Mr. Tigre performed to frame the accused? He was Phoenix. What on earth is that? What an insult to think anyone would be fooled by such childish intimidation! Consider yourself insulted, Your Honor. Mr. Tigre, you didn't just pose as the victim on the day in question. A month ago, in this very court, you posed as me! What? That's the truth. But the witness looks nothing like you, Mr. Wright! Although, now that I think about it, it was you, wasn't it? No doubt it was you, standing in here, this very court a mere month ago! The Phoenix Wright who put up the most disreputable, shabby defense I'd ever seen! Ah! Can you prove that, Gramps? Prove the attorney who represented the accused here a month ago was this man. Are you prepared to take the stand and testify that it was him? Hey. Hey, forget about it, yeah? I wouldn't do something like that, not me. You made a mistake, right? It was someone else, huh? Have you no pride, sir? That's another coffee! Coffee. Okay. This isn't a matter of pride. In case you didn't know, Trite, here in court we deal with people's lives. Mr. Godot is right. Your Honor, speaking for myself, I am absolutely convinced the attorney in question was the witness standing before me now. However, I preside over this court as the judge, with the vested power to hand down a verdict. Someone in my position cannot be swayed by a memory without evidence to support it. No! Shit! If the defense has no further evidence, the court will now excuse the witness. The circumstances surrounding Mr. Tigre are dubious for sure, but not conclusive. But we've come so far! You say he impersonated Glenn Elg, you say he impersonated you, but none of that adds up to a murder charge. You don't have a shred of evidence that the witness poisoned the victim's coffee. No! Ha! Sucks to be you, right? Don't mess with the tiger or you're gonna get mauled. You's got that? All I managed to do here is chase him around a bit, but I was so close to getting him to admit his own guilt. Ha! Looks like I won't be needing a refill. I just had one more piece of evidence. One more piece of evidence and maybe I can get Maggie off the hook. Where's Gumshoe? Gumshoe! Yes! Gumshoe! Your Honor, sir.
Ah! Wait! Detective! Detective Gumshoe! Sorry it took so long, pal. I staked everything on this. My badge, the works. So here it is. My heart's counting on this too. What is it, Detective? Isn't it obvious, pal? It's the final decisive piece of evidence. What? Everyone's like, what the fuck? Oh boy. Sorry it took so long, pal, but I finally got the results from the lab. The results? About the prints, pal, from this medicine bottle.
Oh, so? Do you know who the prints belong to now?
Do you think I'm some kind of hack detective? Of course I know.
So, tell us! They're the tigers, right? I knew it!
You bet! Clear as crystal, all over the bottle. They're Furio Tigre's paw prints, alright.
It's great we've got him now, Nick! What's wrong with you? You've hardly said a word since Detective Gumshoe's got here. He's laid everything on the line for this, Nick.
I know. Look, I'm sorry. This is kind of hard to say, but it really doesn't make any difference whose prints are on that bottle now. What? Why not? What we need to produce at this stage in the trial is irrefutable evidence that the tiger put poison in Glenn Elg's coffee. He's already admitted that he met the victim. The fact that his prints are on this bottle, that really doesn't make any difference now. I knew it. Great. No matter how hard I try, I'm never of any use. Oh no, Gumshoe!
Hey, don't be so hard on yourself.
This was our last chance to help Maggie. And now I've been working on some useless piece of evidence the whole time. It's alright, I'm a real loser. It's not breaking news to me, pal.
Detective Gumshoe? Maggie! You've been working on something for me?
I'm sorry I let you down, Maggie. I know you didn't do it. And I'm a detective. We're supposed to be able to prove stuff. Ah! Oh my god! My stream labels are not up. Hold on! It'll update soon! Twitch_pros5. Thank you so much for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. If you like to chat, we have a 10-minute timer on chat just to, prevent bots and stuff. But, thank you so much for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. We're playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy right now. And it's a blind playthrough, and we're almost done with this case. So, I'm gonna continue doing my thing. But thanks again! Thank you so much! Alright. And I'm a detective! We're supposed to be able to prove stuff like that. I'm really sorry. I'll get out of your hair now.
Detective Gumshoe, wait!
He's gone.
Isn't there anything we can do now, Nick?
I wish there was. Gumshoe worked so hard to get that evidence. If only there was some way I could use it. Oh, he's still there. I thought he was leaving. Okay. Yes, Your Honor? I granted you a recess so you could prepare this decisive evidence you've discovered. Yes? Don't keep us all in suspense, Trey. Oh, wait, that was another coffee! Coffee number 15! Show us. Naturally. We can assume it's evidence that will actually stand up in court, can't we? Think, Phoenix! Don't let Gumshoe's hard work go to waste! How much more of my time are you just gonna waste? I ain't been to no court before. But you lawyers sure know how to blow things out of proportion. No doubt, given the nature of the evidence, it will speak for itself. Nevertheless, you will talk us through it, Mr. Wright. Well, I know I can't prove anything new with this evidence. I'm really backed into a corner here. But maybe if he thinks he's got me beat, he'll let his guard down a bit. Don't keep us waiting any longer, Mr. Wright. Oh, shit! It's gotta be the small bottle. I have to make it work somehow. Okay. This is the defense's final piece of evidence. Isn't that the victims? Your Honor, naturally the court is already aware of the contents of this bottle. However, interesting new information has come to light. We have clearly identified some fingerprints on it. Fingerprints belonging to you, Mr. Tigre. What? But Mr. Wright, what conclusion are you hoping to draw from this new information? Everyone in here knows what this bottle contains, except one man. One person in this courtroom should theoretically be in the dark. My prints are on that pansy-looking bottle, is that what you saying? Well, what the hell's in it anyway? Phony trial, a phony lawyer, and phony clues. Everything about this case has been phony. It seems like the perfect excuse for some phone- Oh! Mr. Tigre, this is the decisive piece of evidence that will prove your guilt. Why? Because it contains potassium cyanide. It's the phony bottle of poison. This bottle contains potassium cyanide. Potassium cyanide! The poison used to murder Mr. Elg, Your Honor. The victim's killer used this very bottle. And on this bottle, Mr. Tigre, we found your fingerprints. Well, how do you explain that? You'd make a good clown, you know that? What? Yous ain't never gonna get to this stick. You's just making me laugh now. You think a cheap bluff like that's gonna fool the tiger? A bluff? I can see straight through you, Phoenix Wright. That ain't the bottle with the cyanide in it. No. This is the bottle we found traces of the poison in. Don't mess with the tiger or you're gonna get ripped to shreds. The Oh! He literally just admitted to it. The cyanide bottle was brown, and it was made of glass. That cheap piece of trash don't look like nothing like it. Godot. Nice. Hell yeah. Got him. At last. What? Why has everyone gone quiet? I said that bottle. Is this the bottle you're referring to? Yeah, that's it. That's the bottle the cyanide was in. But you ain't gonna find my prints on that bottle. Don't let that cozen-looking suit fool you people. That's lawyers just playing games. Tell him, Mr. Prosecutor. Tell that guy where to go. You still haven't figured it out? Don't you realize what you just said? What I said? What did I just say? You were summoned to this court for the first time earlier today. If you really had nothing to do with the murder, you shouldn't have known all the little details. For instance, you shouldn't have known what kind of bottle the potassium cyanide was in. But just now, you slipped up in front of every single person in this courtroom. You described the exact bottle by the killer used to hold the poison. You don't know. Who's you messing with? I'm the tiger. I control millions of dollars on the black market. You think I would have let some jumped up suit get the better of me? Sure, the last piece of evidence was a phony. But that's just what you deserve. The phony trial with a phony lawyer. It was all played out by you. The biggest phony of all. La! Whoa! Whoa! Ah! He's... Oh! Who turned out the lights? What's going on? It looks like a blackout. By a screen. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Well done, Trite. Oh, and Tigre's gonna be gone. I saved my 17th cup of coffee just for you. Oh shit! Savor it. While you watch the police restrain your prey. But that was coffee number 16, not 17, you idiot! Mr. Wright, you caught a tiger by his toe, but if this one hollers, he won't be let go! Ha ha! See what I did there? Anyways, now then, how are things going with Mr. Tigray, Mr. Cadeau? He is being arrested on suspicion of the murder of Glenn Elg, Your Honor. Fortunately for us, we managed to rectify a very grave error. Miss Bird was found guilty in the absence of a genuine defense attorney. Yes, she was. And in the absence of genuine evidence. But the tiger made one mistake. Indeed. He very nearly got away with everything if it wasn't for that one slip of the tongue. Furio Tigray is a truly frightening criminal. Ha! The truly frightening one is that defense attorney over there. Goodell. Well, I am now in position to deliver my verdict. This court finds the defendant Maggie Bird not guilty! Yippee! Yay! That is all. This court is adjourned. Yay! Awesome. Cool. Mr. Wright, I'm at a loss for words. Thank you, sir. Congratulations, Maggie. I was so mad when Mr. Wright landed me in all that trouble a month ago, but now I feel like I can forgive him. Hey, that wasn't me, Maggie. That was the tiger. Look, Nick, in the doorway. Gumshoe! Detective Gumshoe. I guess I'll be heading off then. See you around. Wait! Come back! Yay! Detective Gumshoe? Yeah. Congratulations, Maggie. Thanks. It's just awkward between them now. Oh, no. I knew you were innocent all along. Why didn't you say that in your testimony then? Huh? Oh, well, I was... Well, guess I'll be heading off then. See you around. Wait up, detective. He just ran off. Maggie, why are you being so hard on him? He busted his butt for you. It's thanks to him that we got the medication bottle. That wasn't even of any use. But it's only because Mr. Wright used it so cleverly. Detective Gumshoe was just running around in circles. Poor guy. Looks like she still isn't ready to forgive him. Could you put in a good word for him, Nick? Yeah, Maya's right. I should help Gumshoe out. It's clear he needs it. Maggie, you know, Detective Gumshoe's been really worried about you through all of this. I wanted to believe that, sir. But on that first day of the trial, he practically gave the judge a free pass to lock me up. He didn't have any choice, Maggie. He's a detective. He has to report the facts. He doubted me. That's why. He thought I might have done it. Aw, I've got to prove her that Gumshoe really cares about her. I know. I'll give her a little present to celebrate her freedom. The lunchbox! We have a second one. With weenies! Here you are. A present to celebrate your freedom. That's a present from Detective Gumshoe, made with a ton of love. He said you lost weight and was worried about you. Detective Gumshoe? I actually really like weenies, you know? Did you guys hear that? I'm pretty hungry myself, you know. Yeah, the trial dragged on a bit today, didn't it? Is it okay if I eat this now? Aww. Aww! Oh, she's crying! So, how is it, Maggie? It's really good. Weenies! Aww. So the case of phony versus genuine comes to an end. The false allegations surrounding Maggie have all been cleared up. Oh! And who knows? Maybe a whole new chapter of her life is about to start. The plate's empty. That's so funny. How silly. Yay! Oh, that's adorable. He's in this game! Holy shit! Edgeworth! Okay, chat. It's the end of the case, but as we usually do, we're gonna play the beginning cutscene, the beginning intro of the next one, and we're gonna leave it off there. So we're gonna watch what we're getting into for case number 4. Because it has Edgeworth in it. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, here we go. The girl. Let her go! Whoa! Old-timey movie. What the fuck? Oh god. Shut up! Come closer, and I kill her! Whoa. Sorry. But you're not going to get the chance. Oh! Oh! Whoa! Oh! Phoenix is in the hospital? Is that an IB bag? I'm reading through the file of an old court case. It was the first case of my longtime mentor, Mia Fey. Whoa. Oh. Terry Falls. Whoa! Valerie Hawthorne. Her very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. That was a whole year before Mia and I ever met. 6 years earlier. Oh, is this another case in the past? It is! Oh, cool! Awesome. But it looked like Phoenix was in the hospital with an IV bag? Weird. Hey, anyways. Chat. I'm gonna hop off for the night and we're gonna get into this new case. It's gonna be great. I'm so happy that this old case is done. Jesus Christ. My god. Okay, is there anyone live that I can raid? No, there's not. Fuck. Okay. Then, anyways. Chat, you guys can just go scatter. Thank you so much for chilling. I greatly appreciate it. Oh, I'm so excited for Switch 2. My god. Also, thank you so much again to Twitch_pros5 for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're one less follower away from, yeah. I don't know. We're closer to our follower goal. That's how I'm trying to word things. Which is, we're gonna play a blind playthrough of Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD on the Wii U. Yep, it's gonna happen. It's gonna be great. Yeah. Okay, I have nobody that I can raid, so you guys can just scatter. Thanks again for chilling. I greatly appreciate it. Remember to drink some water. Remember to eat some snacks, and remember that you are a loved and valued person. I am hopping off for the night, guys. Alright. Bye-bye, guys! Bye-bye! Bye-bye!